Coffee and Kush TV. We up in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Y'all should hear me. I should be okay. I should be okay. Everything is good. God is good. All the time. We got 42 people up in here. We got 42 people up in here. Make sure all 42 of y'all hit the like button and subscribe. I didn't even put nothing behind me. I didn't even fix this. I just got on the air. Fuck it. I was sitting up here in the zone, y'all. Y'all got to understand this type of information crazy to me. I mean, it's crazy. Hit the like button. It's crazy. Just as crazy it is to y'all, it's crazy to me. Make sure it's crazy. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on? Let me see who in the chat room today. Well, tonight, everything is good. Todd, what's up with you? Mary Lane, Boatcat, Mrs. Chrissy. Once again, Deshaun, what's up with you? Jamie Lee, shout out to you in my Cash App. Forgot to shout you out earlier. For his glory, shout out to you. What's up with you, Danny boy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Nicolette, what's your name? Nicolette Moore. Shout out to you, Queen. I saw you in here trying to make friends earlier. I had to mess with you. Miss Amanda, good to see you up in here. Keeping my links up there. Critical information. You are a blessing, Professor, and so are you. One mic. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. What you want to hear today? Press one. What you want to hear today? You know. Let me see who else out here. Where'd my chat go? There it is. Yeah, D-Jack, what's up with you? Look where we at, D-Jack. Look, what's the title? What's the title, D-Jack? Look at this. Neo-slavery, decoding the matrix as an Afro-American slave. I'm great, ain't I? That's a good title, right? It's from my heart. It's from my heart. Give you something they ain't never gave them. You never heard before. You feel me? A lot of these conspiracy and matrix things go where it sounds okay. Something is off. Well, you know who got it. Kev. What up with you, DJ? Double up. I see you, my guy. Wish. K Rose. Good to see you. Mrs. Reality. Good to see you. Where's she hand at? Good to see you too, wherever you are. I'm just Lori. I see you. KG with hearts and shit on her shit. Press one. Hit the like button. I'm gonna wait a second. We got some great information. I'm gonna do a little reading, but we're gonna do a little conversing. We gotta talk about this. What is it like being in the Matrix as a black person? Hey, Boo G Lynn, we made it, Pop. We made it, Pop. Press one. Chess, not checkers. No, Cheddar. You gotta understand, it's chess, not checkers. Press one. You don't get it, Cheddar. What's up with you, Miss Sandra? Good to see you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a few people. I'm waiting for everybody to get up in here so they don't be strolling in here late talking about what's up, Kev, after we started. Let me make sure I get this. A Holloway, what's up with you? Indigo Child, good to see you up in here. Mama Riding, what's up with you? We got Truth Hurts around here watching me on the big screen. Press one. Todd, what's up with you, my guy? My guy. Todd, it don't got deep, Todd. It don't went into neo-slavery. Press one. Damn, I didn't even know it was such a thing. Press one. How would I have known that it was such a thing called neo-slavery?
Not like this. Not like this.
I told y'all, Neo is about a black person who woke up that he was a slave in this this crazy world, who was using you to charge the whole thing. Press one. Using you as the copper wire, the copper to light this thing up, to get this thing power. The beast. Press one. It's a damn shame. You got to find out what the Matrix is in 2022. 4/12/2022. 2 days after Hitler's birthday. Press 1. Lord have mercy. 2 days after Hitler's birthday. How you doing, Miss Kim Hunter? Why don't none of these people know this stuff? I don't know. Maybe I'm just blessed. Maybe they thought they was blessed with information. Maybe they thought they was smarter than you because they made the videos. I'm not sure. But obviously there's a display of intelligence that's here that's not nowhere else. And they can get mad. They can say, Kev, you being egotistical. I don't care. If that's what it takes to smash you is a little ego, fine. Yes, Chrissy. Incredible. And that's why I brought it to the people. That's why I brought it to the people. That's why I titled it that way. I brought it to the people and said, well, would you look at what we got here? Because they already know, Chrissy, that they're in the Matrix. They already know. But it's about to make sense from watching it on TV and living in it. Press 1. There's a thing when you know, and then there's when you know, or there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. It's the thing about knowing your little history or living your history. Press 1. You ain't went nowhere. You right here in a little cubicle called an apartment building project. Ghetto. Right where they wanted your black ass. Press 1. Invisible walls. You don't even want to leave the barrier. Press 1. You better not go over there. Press 1. Face ass. Bro, you better not go over there. Face ass. Why we can't go? Bro, there's them people. It's an invisible wall. And said, press 1. There's an invisible wall. Don't go over there. Oh man, that's the barrier zone. We don't go across them tracks. Press 1. You gotta pick up on the mental slavery that y'all got. And I don't want to just I didn't just title this video that. I wanted to bring y'all something because somebody submitted something to me. And I said, wow. This gonna hurt a little bit. I said, this gonna hurt a little bit. White folk and, no, not just white folk, Aryans. Everybody but Todd, because Todd know history. He fucking fascinated by this shit. Press 1. Todd is like the Joe Rogan over this bitch. He just like, what? What? We did what? Lord have mercy. God bless his soul. Whew. Boy. We got our own issues too. Here we go, you guys. Let me post this up. And this is what I want to show you. All right. The post-war, the untold history of post-Civil War. Neo-slavery. Press 1. See, y'all thought I was playing because I like the Matrix and shit. No. God got me focused. He got us focused as a collective. Press 1. As a collective. Press 1. He just got us focused. Shout out to Said. Shout out to you, the one who sent this and didn't want no credit. Hey, forget them. Press 1. I don't want no credit. Said wants credit. Shout out to Said, but shout out this person. Lord have mercy. Shout out to y'all for sending us this. The untold history of post-Civil War. When was it published? March 25th, 2008. Nigga, that's before 9/11. Every time they about to get to tell us the truth, the little Czechoslovakian war pop off or something we got to go do over there. Press 1. But this time we more prepared. We can see it. All right. This is before 9/11. That's deep. That's some deep shit. All right. Now listen. And we're going to do a little reading here. And it's, a lot of y'all, I didn't graduate nothing, so we're going to read. Plus, I'm smoking. I'm already making up excuses. Press 1. So check this out. In Slavery, by another name, Douglas Blackman of the Wall Street Journal argues that slavery did not end in the United States with the Emancipation Proclamation in 1862. Pause. We already know 1898 was the overthrow of the South. Never mind the North where the Union is. They overthrew that first. Press 1. That's where they invaded. So look, 1862. The Emancipation and Proclamation, 1862. That's just a few grandmas ago. Press one. That's about 5 grandmas ago. Press one. Bro, you been here this whole time. Listen. He writes that it continued for another 80 years in what is called the age of neo-slavery. Press one.
Shame.
Y'all about to pay us.
Shame.
And neo-slavery. After you was freed, it went on further. How do you think it went on further? It's what I've been teaching you. The Red Cross put you in slavery, and by backing of the American government, by the federal government, the Union, the Washington Bank. Yes, the bank that's right there. They owe you big time. They got rich off your poverty, and I proved it. I'm not just saying you was in slavery showing Instagram pictures. Okay? I don't got to show you no pictures on Instagram. Pictures are deceiving, as we learned. You want to go to the source. Press one. You want to know something, go to the horse's mouth. This person who wrote this ain't no African American. Press one. The slavery that survived long past emancipation was an offense permitted by the nation. Black men rights. There's the proof right there. There's the proof.
Not like this.
There's the proof.
Not like this.
By the federal government. They say the nation. There's no such thing as no damn nation. The federal government, the union. Press one. No such thing as no damn the nation. What the fuck is that? Yeah, that's like the Middle East. It doesn't exist. Now you got somebody to blame. Them. Okay? The slavery that survived long past emancipation was an offense permitted by the nation, black men rights, perpetrated across an enormous region over many years and involving thousands of extraordinary characters.
Not like this.
Those will be the actors.
Not like this.
In various characters. Press one. You get it? Characters. Okay? Here's an excerpt. Slavery by another name. The re-enslavement of black Americans from the Civil War. Oh my goodness. So y'all was slaves all the way up until World War I? All the way up until World War II? I told you I was right. You ain't got to go no further than this book that he wrote. Press one. I already told you this. Press one. I already told you this. This white man selling a book. I'm giving it to you out of my mouth. Press one. He studied this. Listen what I'm saying. This man studied this shit. Graduated school. Press one. South Central. I said more in my live stream than he sold in his whatever he got in his book. Boy, you niggas gonna remember me. Press one. They gonna remember him. You gonna remember this because this is all organic. Think I read this book? No. Shit, I barely got the what's that book? What's this book called? I didn't want to do that. The Harlem Hellfighters. Press one. And we got the re-enslavement and the reclassification of black Americans. Now, how you go from the Civil War to being free, to fighting for freedom, to back enslaved? Because you was reclassified, your ass went back into slavery. The Bible says, I'm going to bring you back into slavery. Press one. This time with ships. This time with ships. Citizenships and all type of ships. Press one. You make you a foreigner in your own land because you like to worship other gods. That's why. See, God, that's a curse. He know what they gonna do to you. You're gonna be moon worshiping, and you're gonna be over there trying to do some yoga, and God is jealous God. Why would he create all this for you over to be worshiping stones and rocks? Press one. You about to get stepped on. That's what you about to get. Press one. So let's go back. I really don't got to read no more. Slavery, the re-enslavement of black Americans from the Civil War to... That's powerful in this class. The re-enslave... Who talking about this? Nobody. The re-enslavement. Sound familiar? reclassified off your property. Now they can have it. Press 1. They was exterminating you. Press 1. I say they was exterminating you. They had you in a Red Cross FEMA fucking Nazi concentration camp. That's where they had you. And they were murdering your firstborns so you won't have a future. That's why. And then they'll always hold the bodies. So they always have claim to the deeds because they got the bodies right up under the Vatican where our firstborns signed up to be friends with them. Press 1. Along with the Moors and all that. The Moors was in business with us. Press 1. They saw King George in all of his glory. Yeah, they was the ones selling these white people. That's why white man ain't got nothing to do with him. Press 1. They in a pact together. The Moroccan government and the United States maritime law infringed government to enslave the North Americans. Press 1. I call us the Negro, the people over in Negro world, the Negro land. Press what? Such a beautiful place it was. Kind of like Avatar mixed with Disney World. Press 1. They just destroyed everything. Now they great-grandkids talking about Tartaria and what some foreigners built. They know they wasn't building nothing. So what you think them buildings came from? Those buildings came from kingdoms, white boys and little Asian boys. Press 1. Y'all didn't build, y'all was riding little tricycles and bikes trying to figure it out. You know them people in Poland and all that stuff ain't built them castles and stuff like that. They don't believe in God. They didn't believe in that stuff. Man, that's where Nazism and Satanism started over there. Right there in Ukraine. Somewhere in north, south, east, west of there. Press 1 like Donald Rumsfeld said. Somewhere around here in the middle of the east. Oh my goodness. So they reclassified you. And when they they put you in slavery. They made you work at internment camps to build the country, and you were supposed to have yourself invested. Only people who was invested in this nation was immigrant because they was living off your name. So you doing slavery and work for nothing. That's 1. It was big floods and stuff. Remember, the American Red Cross, with the Catholic Church and the Swiss banks and the Germany, Russia. And this federal government owe you trillions of dollars for the enslavement, the re-enslavement, the reclassification, the stealing of. That's just the physical side of things. Never mind the generational stuff that they put you through. They gave $300,000 to each white person. We don't even know them. Press 1. We know us, American people. We know us. We don't know them. I don't care what type of jackets they got on. I don't care how they look fair skinned and almost look legit. They can be terrorists too, just like the Muslim. Press 1. You got them with the beards looking like whatever. Now they can be. In Russia, the little kids got AKs. So we don't know how they feel about blacks. How these people feel about black American. We don't like none. You know how they feel about us. Vlad TV. How y'all feel about us over there? Press 1. How they feel about us over there? Vlad. You said, hey, Vlad, you said we didn't deserve reparation. Do you think they deserve $300,000? Your little cousins and them? Yep. Yes, he does. He want that check, don't he? And press 1. Vlad TV got little cousins and shit. They got to come over here from Ukraine. Everybody needs to donate to Ukraine. They turned Black Lives Matters into Ukraine Antifa program. Press 1. They doing the same. It's the same people investing in there that's invested in Antifa. Y'all don't see it? Press 1. I want the government to shut them all down. Arrest everybody. Press 1. If not, God gonna come down off the escalator on y'all because y'all going to HELL. You don't get these people they shit. That's bottom line. Y'all going to HELL, the place where you burn for an eternity. Press 1. It's written. He throwing all y'all in the pit. For shiggity. Press 1. All right, let's read. Let's read this introduction excerpt. On March 30th, 1908, Green Cottingham was arrested by the sheriff of Shelby County, Alabama, and charged with vagrancy. Somebody look that up. What the hell is vagrancy? Press 1. Cottingham had committed no true crime. Vagrancy, new crime. Vagrancy, the offense of a person not being able to prove at a given moment that he or she is employed. Oh, that's the Red Cross enslaving people. Remember they was doing that? They was walking up to see you better have a job, and nobody had no job, so they went to jail and they went to the Red Cross. Press 1. And they went to serve. Press 1. And a Nazi camp. Press 1 was the new and flimsy concoction dredged up from legal obscurity at the end of the 19th century. Stop saying the end of the 19th century. This whole time, by the state legislators of Alabama and other southern states. It was capriciously enforced by local sheriffs and constables, adjudicated by mayors and notaries public, recorded haphazardly or not, all in the court record. So they don't even have an out because they put in false information. Charge them. Charge the whole state, the whole county. Fire them. Get the county out the way. Press 1. This is why you need a sovereign king. This is why. By the oh my goodness, these people. Oh my goodness. It was capriciously enforced by the local sheriffs and constables, dedicated by the notaries public, recorded him. All in court records, and most tellingly, in a time of massive unemployment along the southern men, was reserved almost exclusively for black men. Cottingham's offense was his blackness, and that he didn't have a job, and you gotta go. After 3 days behind bars, 22-year-old Cotton was found guilty in a swift appearance before the county judge and immediately sentenced to a 30-day term of hard labor. Unable to pay the array of fees that assessed that on every prisoner, fees to the sheriff, to the deputy, to the court clerk, and the witness, Cottingham's sentence was extended to nearly a year of hard labor. What? Woo. The next day, Cottingham, the youngest of 9 children born of former slaves, was free and in the Jordan County was sold. This is after the emancipation. Under the standing arrangement between the county and a vast subsidiary of the industrial titan of the North, U.S. Steel Corporation, the sheriff turned the young man over to the company for duration of his life sentence. Of his sentence. So he had to go, oh my goodness. So these are the first people being forced to work for the company. I already told you what the company was. It was debt bondage. So they would arrest you, take you off your shit, and then sell you off to the state. To the company, to the United States. And they'll buy you. So it ain't the Britain was selling slaves. The Red Cross was selling slaves to the federal government. They always try to make it look like some cavalry ass, old ass time ago. These motherfuckers was selling us to the federal government. They was robbing us. They was taking, they the slave hunters. Press 1. This is the 19th, end of the 19th century. Beginning of the 1900s. I know they sound weird to black people, but they made up 1,000 years and just took it out their ass. So we talk like that now. Press 1, they just made up time and shit. No, it was the 19th century, but it's the beginning of the 1900s. Press 1, the end of the 19th century, but the beginning of the 1900s. Press 1, only in a stupid, demonic time warped ass place. Press 1. Could you even think that was normal? Press 1. That's not normal. Fuck you can get that from? That's 1,000 years, nigga. But we already know one day is like a what? 1,000 years to the Lord. You ain't did nothing but make us mad. Press 1. The next day, the youngest of 9 children born to a former slave in an adjoining county was sold under a standing arrangement between the county and a vast subsidiary of the industrial titan of the North, the Steel Corporation. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. He was to the company for the duration of his sentence. In return, the subsidy, Tennessee Coal, Iron, and Railroad Company gave the county $12 a month to pay off Cotton Hand's fees and Could you imagine being a slave 2 times and then double up on you like that? That's 3. You got 30 days. Don't turn into a year. That's slavery. And then you gonna sell him to somebody who gonna pay his. But now he a slave to them. What the company managers did with Cotton Hand, 1,000 of other black men they purchased from the sheriff across Alabama was entirely up to them.
Shame. Shame.
They need to be charged. Broken down American Steel Railroad companies, they need to be sued. These are facts. All this is major trauma in our genetic coding. Press 1. If an elephant got genetic coding and they can make up shit about that, we got genetic coding too. We human beings, okay? Are y'all crazy? So listen. A few hours later, the company plugged Cottenham into the darkness of the mine of a mine called Slope Number 12, one shaft in the vast subterranean labyrinth of the edge of Birmingham known as the Pratt Mines. There he was chained inside a long wooden barrack at night and required to spend nearly every waking hour digging and loading coal. His required daily task was to remove 8 tons of coal from the mine. Cottenham was subject to the whip that's who was doing the whipping. You get it? They was beating them people. They was beating us. No, not them people. They was beating us. Now it's personal. I ain't know nothing about no slave get off no boat, but this is personal. Press 1. See, this hit home different when you know this. I say the Taco Bell man, bam, but he can do what he wants because the police sold him. So he was forced, and like many others, forced to dig out 8 tons of coal from the damn mine. This lightness catacombs of Black Rock. You know, there's a huge company that take advantage of black people called Black Rock. Is this a fucking joke here?
Not like this. Not like this.
I can't believe that, bro. Damn, I wish I would have read this beforehand, but now I'm glad I didn't, that we can go through the motions together. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. He got whipped for the failure to dig up the requisite amount at the risk physical torture for disobedience and vulnerable to the sexual predictions of other minors. Preditions. So they're predatory practices of the other minors, which was probably white men in the union getting paid. Press 1. Many whom already had past years of decades in their own Chthonian confinement. The lightless catacombs of Black Rock, packed with hundreds of desperate men slick with sweat and coated in pulverized coal, must have exceeded any vision of hell a boy born in the countryside of Alabama, even a child of slaves, could have ever imagined. What if they gassed them people in there? Something ain't right. All right. Waves of disease ripped through the population. In the months before Cottenham arrived at the prison mine, pneumonia and tuberculosis sickened dozens. Within his first 4 weeks, 6 people died. Before the year was over, almost 60 men forced into Slope 12 was dead of disease, accidents, or homicide. Most of the broken bodies, along with hundreds of others before and after, were dumped in shallow graves scattered among the refuse of the mine. Others were incinerated in nearby ovens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holocaust. These are the caustics. By tons of coal brought to the surface into coke, the carbon-rich fuel essentials to United States Incorporated. Oh my goodness, I can't even read that right without seeing it. So I apologize, but that's incredible that they would know this. Wow. They were sent to work for them, which is the banks and all them, and that's what they did to them. Ooh, ooh wee, ooh wee. Steel's production of iron. Did they say they just melted them? What the fuck did they do? They said most of the broken bodies, along with hundreds of others before dumped, others were incinerated in nearby ovens, used to blast millions of coal. Oh, that's the Holocaust. Press what? How you gonna put a nigga in the oven? That mean you burning people. That mean that's the Holocaust. Press one. That's how you got rid of them. Threw them in the coal furnace. Press one. The United States federal government and the Catholic owners and the Swiss banks should be held responsible. See, slavery. If they giving you some weak slavery story, you know it was bad. Press one. Master P said they tried to give me $1 million. Nigga, I told C Murder, nigga, if he willing to give me $1 million from the jump, you know I'm worth more than that. Come on now, at least 10, 20. Press one. They go, yo, Holocaust. Barbecue. Press one. Book of Daniel. What about it, White Darnell? What about it, White Darnell? What about the book of Daniel? What about the book of Daniel? Tell me something I don't know. Let me turn my phone on just in case somebody want to call in and give me something. Talk. You got to call it in. You know, you can. I don't have time to read the Bible, but I know you do because you're typing. Press one. I love to see it in scripture, though. You got to be brave over here. Hey, White Darnell, you got to be brave over here. You can't just be typing that stuff in my chat room. You got to be serious about that. I can't see you like that. You got to call in, G. 424-209-9506. Let me set up my Bluetooth. Maybe you want to read? I don't know. Shout out to Raquel. What you say? Locked in a fiery furnace. Yep. Locked in a furnace. Fossil fuel. Look at this. America was literally built on the backs of bodies, dead black people. That's why they use it. The original steel. You ever seen these movies where they made the steel turn into a man who's like mad and shit? They don't. Oh my goodness. I'm fucking embarrassed. I'm a damn American. Y'all some dirtbags. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
How you doing, Professor Gills? It's the real white from Baltimore.
The real white, Mr. White from Baltimore. Talk to me, King.
Yes, man. I was speaking of the book of Daniel, man, about the three Hebrew boys that were faced with the fiery furnace because they wouldn't bow down to the foreign god.
Come on. And what happened?
And what happened, God was there in the gap. Even though they put them in the fiery furnace, ain't a stench touch them. And see, and I looked at that symbolically. God let us know, don't be afraid to die.
That's right.
Because we forever life.
That's right.
Don't be afraid to die for what you're standing for.
That's right.
And that's why the word is written, for bring remembrance of who we are, what we're here for, and what we have to do. There's no excuse. None. Thank you, Professor.
I appreciate you, King.
Already.
My man. And you know, me and him disagree a lot. But we agree on this. Press one. He like, fuck that. I got to call Kev. No. Yes, you do. Yeah. Perfect. Now we furnace. See how he just went to the word? You see how he just did that? I realized just to let him go. Just let the brothers do their thing. Just what it is. You can't even hate this show. How you just dive into the word and find it? No other show on the internet. No. People just call it, hey bro, that's in the Bible. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I wanted to build right there. Bro, that's real, bro. I saw that in the word of God, bro. Coffee and Kush TV, you're on the air. What up?
Hey, it's for His glory, sir. How are you?
Oh, talk to me, Queen.
I just want to read Daniel 40 really fast, chapter 3, the area about the blazing fire and the fiery furnace.
Go ahead.
Okay. It says, this is starting at 8. Some Chaldeans took this occasion to come forward and maliciously accuse the Jews. They said to King Nebuchadnezzar, "May the king live forever. You as king have issued a decree that everyone who hears the sound of the horn, flute, zither, lyre, harp, drum, and every kind of music must fall down and worship the gold statue. Whoever does not fall down and worship will be thrown into a furnace of blazing fire. There are some Jews you have appointed to manage the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men have ignored you, the king. They do not serve your gods or worship the gold statue you have set up." Then, in a furious rage, Nebuchadnezzar gave orders to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So these men were brought before the king. Nebuchadnezzar asked them, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, is it true that you don't serve my gods or worship the gold statue I have set up? Now, if you're ready, when you hear the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, harp, or drum, and every kind of music, fall down and worship the statue I made. But if you don't worship it, you will immediately be thrown into a furnace of blazing fire. And who is the God who can rescue you from my power?" Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to the king, "Nebuchadnezzar, we We don't need to give you an answer to this question. If the God we serve exists, then he can rescue us from the furnace of blazing fire, and he can rescue us from the power of you, the king. But even if he does not rescue us, we want you as king to know that we will not serve your gods or worship the gold statue you set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was filled with rage, and in the expression of his face changed toward Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He gave orders to heat the furnace 7 times more than was customary, and commanded some of the best soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them into the furnace of blazing fire. So these men, in their trousers, robes, head coverings, and other clothes, were tied up and thrown into the furnace of blazing fire. Since the king's command was so urgent and the furnace extremely hot, the raging flames killed those men who carried up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men fell bound into the furnace of blazing fire. Then Nebuchadnezzar jumped up in alarm. He said to his advisors, "Didn't we throw 3 men bound into the fire?" "Yes, of course, your majesty," they replied to the king. He exclaimed, "Look, I see 4 men, not tied, walking around in the fire unharmed. And the 4th looks like a son of the gods." Nebuchadnezzar then approached the door of the furnace of blazing fire and called, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you servants of the Most High God, come out." So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire. When the satraps, prefects, governors, and king's advisors gathered around them, they saw that the fire had no effect on the bodies of these men. Not a hair on their heads was singed. Their robes were unaffected, and there was no smell of fire on them. Nebuchadnezzar exclaimed, "Praise the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He sent his angel and rescued his servants who trusted in him. They violated the king's command and risked their lives rather than serve any god except their own God. Therefore, I issue a decree to anyone of any people, nation, or language who says anything offensive against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, or Abednego will be torn limb from limb and his house made a garbage dump. For there is no other God who is able to deliver like this." Then the king rewarded Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. And that is the remainder of chapter 3.
Gotcha. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Oh,
have a good evening.
Yes, ma'am. That was a good overview. You feel me? She said, "No, it's more to the story than that." You hear me? She was like, "No, it's more to the story than that. That story is more awesome than that." Press 1. Isn't that the ship, name of the ship in the Matrix, the Nebuchadnezzar? Yes. Good point. Since we talking about the Matrix, absolutely. Isn't the United States Corporation a ship? Since that's a hell of a question, right? But why not keep those questions rolling? Isn't the United States a ship? They do have a USS United States. Press 1. It is a ship. I want to let you know just in case you didn't know. But yeah, they threw them in the furnace. And they trousers and all that other covering they be having on Homer Simpson outfit, whatever the Bible said they was wearing. That's what they had on. So they ass in there. See? But when you serve an almighty God, see, I know a lot of y'all don't believe stuff like that. How could he save them? And this ain't no movie. They show stop putting people in that damn furnace. You see some shit like that, make you change up, ease up just a tad. You feel me? Maybe we can have them curse they self type of thing. Get them to love our wealth, hate they self. That's why Shorty's Holler where the ball is at. Press 1. Incredible. Let's see. Steel production of iron 45 years after President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation of freeing American slaves. Green Cottenham and more than 1,000 other black men toiled under the lash at Slope 12, and many more. Imprisoned in what was then most advanced city in the South, guarded by whipping bosses employed by the most iconic example of the modern corporation merging with the Gilded North. They were slaves in all but name. Damn. They didn't even call them slaves anymore. They just call them black. Remember Blackie, brother one? Almost a century later, in the overgrown hillside 5 miles along from the bustling downtown of contemporary Birmingham, I found my way to one of the only tangible relics of the green Cottenham endured. The ground was all but completely obscured by the dense thicket. But beneath the undergrowth of privet, the faint outlines, he just sure know how to write. The faint outlines of hundreds upon hundreds of oval depressions still marked the land, spreading in haphazard rows across the forest floor. These were sunken graves of the dead men nearby prison mines once occupied by the U.S. Steel. First one. Them bodies still up under there. Catacombs. Here and there, antediluvian headstones jolted from the foliage. No signs marked the place. No paths led to it. I was a reporter for the Wall Street Journal, exploring the possibility of a story asking a provocative question. What would be revealed if American corporations were examined through the same sharp lens of historical confrontations as the ones did being trained on German corporations that rallied on Jewish slave labor during World War II? And the Swiss banks that robbed victims of the Holocaust, and their fortunes.
Shame. Shame.
That's your fortune. See how
Shame.
they made that up and then come up with this? Oh, that's the same thing happened over there. Watch out. What they say? They got their stuff robbed last. They didn't have nothing. They didn't have what you had. Press one. The Swiss banks that robbed the victims of the... So they got a habit of this shit. My guide that day in summer 2000 was an industrial archaeologist named Jack Bergstresser. Years after he had stumbled across a simple iron fence surrounding a single collapsed grave during a survey of the area. So the bodies is still underground. Years earlier, these your bodies. Talking about the Native Americans, they got bodies, but we got bodies. Bergstresser was mystified by the presence at the center of what at the beginning of the 20th century was the busiest confluences of industrial activity in the United States. The grave and the twisted wrought iron around it set near what had been the intersection of two rail lines and the complex of mines, coal processing facilities, and furnaces in which thousands of men operated around the clock to generate millions of tons of coal and iron, all owned and operated by U.S. Steel at the height of its supremacy in the American commerce. Oh my goodness. Bergstresser, who is white, told me he wondered if the dead were forced laborers. He knew that African Americans had been compelled to work in Alabama mines prior to the Great Depression. His grandfather, once a coal miner himself, had told him stories of a similar burial field near the family home place south of Birmingham. A year later, the journal published my long article chronicling the saga of the burial ground. No specific record of the internments survive. Those are the internment camps. No official records because they got rid of everything, but mountains of the archival evidence and the oral histories of old and dying African Americans nearby confirmed that most of the cemetery's inhabitants had been inmates of the labor camp that operated for 3 decades on the hilltop above the graveyards. Later, I will discover atop a nearby rise another burial field where Green Cottonham almost certainly was buried. The camp had supplied tens of thousands of men over 5 decades to a succession of prison mines, ultimately purchased by the U.S. Steel in 1907. Hundreds of them had not survived. Nearly all were black men arrested and then leased by the state to the county governments to the U.S. Steel or the companies that it had acquired. So they was working for them. Talking about these little companies that they acquired as shareholders. So they're the shareholders. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here and in scores of other similar cruel graveyards, the final chapter of American slavery had been buried. It was a form of bondage distinctly different from that of the antebellum South. Oh, my eyes is going blue. This is sad. And that for most men, and they relatively few women drawn in. This slavery did not last a lifetime and did not automatically extend from one generation to the next. Now, I know you like, what? That's called debt bondage. Remember I taught you guys what debt bondage was? This is the system of debt bondage. Everybody's in debt. Press 1. Everybody. I don't care what you say. You just trying to look better than everybody. Press 1. Ain't nobody at 0 but me. Press 1. Ain't nobody at 0 but me. Press 1. That is funny to me. Ain't nobody at 0 but Kev. Be quiet. Press 1. But it was nothing less slavery, a system in which armies of free men guilty of no crimes and entitled by law to freedoms were compelled to labor without compensation, were repeatedly bought and sold, and were forced to do the bidding of white masters through their regular application of extraordinary physical coercion. The article generated a response unlike anything I had experienced as a journalist. A deluge of emails, letters, phone calls arrived. White readers of the whole, on the whole, reacted with sober praise for a sober documentation of a forgotten crime against African Americans. Some said it was heightened their understanding of demands for reparations. Press 1. They didn't understand reparations and why black people. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see why Tamika Mallory up in here? You see why the entertainment world? You could have been had reparation. White people just don't. What the fuck are they talking about? Nigga, that's what. Stop thinking everybody racist towards you and stop playing this little let George Soros destroy us this way. These banks and this federal government, along with city, state officials, all African Americans, reparations. And the amount of reparations is insane. Okay? And it's only insane to you because I know y'all like Rams and Benzes and shit. That's why I'm saying it's a crazy outlook in my brain. Like, oh my goodness. But it's yours. You know, it's yours. I can't look at you like, oh, that's fucked up when it's yours. When my only existence is because you allowed me to use your name and you didn't know, because I'm committing identity fraud. That's not really my name. I'm from Russia. I'm from Germany. I'm from Poland. I'm from Asia. I'm from east, northwest, south, east, west up there. Press 1. It helps them see understanding of demands of reparations to the descendants of the antebellum slaves. Only a few expressed shock. For most, it seemed to be an account of one or more important but sadly predictable, bulletproof, and a standard indictment of historic white racism. During the appearance on National Public Radio on the day of publication, Bob Edwards, the interviewer, at one point said to me, "I guess it's really no surprise the reactions of African Americans were altogether different." Repeatedly, they described how the article lifted a terrible burden that the story had in some way, partly because it was of its sobriety and presence on the front page of the nation's most conservative newspaper, supplied an answer or part of one to a question so unraveling, unnerving, few dared to ask it aloud. I tell you, one person can change, and this is the new age. We on the YouTube. So him feeling that way encourages me to keep going. And that it's all for something in the end, because few dare to ask and go there in history because of the set curriculum funded by the same people who robbed everything. And I'm not just saying white people, because there's multinational corporations and banks involved in this slavery and this trauma that the African American has suffered here in America since the overthrow and coup of the North, and since Lincoln was murdered, and since the overthrow and coup of the South, beginning with Wilmington, 1898. Press one. We some historians over here. Historian. And if we not, we on our way. If we on our way. People didn't even know what was going on. The reaction, if not racial inferiority, would explain the implicably labored advance of African Americans in U.S. society in the century between the Civil War and the Civil Rights movements in the 1960s. The amorphous rhetoric of the struggle against segregation, the thin cinematic imagery of the Ku Klux Klan boogeyman, even the horrifying still vessels of lynching still had been a significant answer to these African Americans for 100 years seemingly, and that's the 1860s. Look, it said right there next. Lynching African Americans for 100 years of seemingly docile submission by 4 million slaves freed in 1863. And their tens of millions of descendants. Press one. There are tens of millions of descendants, bro. Sometimes you just got to take a break. In 424-209-9506. This is critical. I'm gonna leave this on my Discord so the people can get it. I'm gonna leave it in the notes area so y'all can read it. Have something to call in and discuss during the show. Hit that like button and subscribe. This is by far an awesome. This has been a really great past couple of weeks here at the Row. I can tell you that. It's really been a whole fucking experience chasing time, history. Press one, and the truth will make you free. The truth shall make you free. This is some of the most important information I ever saw in my life. This is actually laying out a reason for reparation. This is the beginning of a great argument. Press one. But it's called neo-slavery. Why is it called neo-slavery? What makes neo-slavery important in 2020? See this slavery right here? You can't see, smell, touch it. Motherfucking complain about it. This slavery right here, who you gonna complain to? They all Aryans. They not gonna understand what the fuck you talking about. That we were a slave. You got the same opportunity I got. My parents are from Italy. They came here as workers. They came here as motherfucking workers. So what is neo-slavery? And what is the age of neo-slavery? You know, that's the age of, it says here, for another age, what he calls the age of neo-slavery. Huh? 424-209-9506. What is the age of neo-slavery? I'm talking to you now. What is that? What is slavery? He said right here, the proclamation of in 1862, they went past that. You know how they went past that? Oh, they just caused a little trauma here and there and re-enslave you and reclassify you as well. Walter Plecker and friends and his banker friends, these are all the same individuals. Do not forget them. What is neo-slavery? And what is the matrix? That's to you. What is neo-slavery? How are you going to come out of it? And what is the matrix? This should be easy because everybody watched the movie. This is fun to me. What is the matrix? What is the matrix? And what is the age of neo-slavery? I'm waiting on y'all. I know the answer. Press 1. I know the answer. What is neo-slavery to you? We've been going over school this whole time. What is neo-slavery? You know what a neo-Nazi is, don't you? But then you know what neo is, don't you? What is neo-slavery and what is the matrix? It's good. B Dolo, call it in. It's easy to say new slavery. What does that mean? What does that mean? Ain't nothing funny up in here, champ.
Unknown caller.
New growth. It's a serious topic to me. Oh, I'm sorry for your luck. If you think you can sit in my chat and play. Press 1, Coffee and Kush TV. You on the air. What up?
Hey, good evening, Professor. How you doing this evening?
I'm great. What's on your mind?
This is Mama Riding.
Mama Riding.
This is Mama Riding.
What's up with you?
I'm calling in. One thing that you asked earlier about where the people gasped in the mines. Well, yes, they were, because as they were chipping the coal away from the walls or whatever, it released pockets of gas.
Right.
So they had casualties for people dying from gas poisoning.
That's right.
All through that. The difference to me is that this takes away the excuse of the United States government.
Go ahead.
Of saying that it was private people that were doing this. You see what I'm saying? As far as
Or the United
private,
States government was the shareholder of the companies. That's the shell companies right there that was doing the slavery. Go ahead.
right? And the fact that the nexus was the sheriffs, the courts, and the legislatures coming up with these so-called laws, vagrancy laws, to trap individuals into the position of being slaves, because they would rent or purchase the prisoners from the sheriff and hire them out to the private companies,
Ain't that something?
which didn't have the burden of feeding their people and making sure that they didn't work them too hard, because this was a financial investment. Because they just pick up somebody else off the road, it ain't costing them nothing. They charging them for being arrested and work them to death.
And then when you get finished, they pick them up and throw them in the fucking fire.
And use them for fuel.
And use it for fossil fuel. There you go.
Now, U.S. Steel was owned by Andrew Carnegie.
Yes.
It was bought out by J.P. Morgan.
Wow. And there we are again. What is the Matrix? And what is neo-slavery? Okay, go ahead. See?
So you got the slave labor, you got the railroad barons,
Come on.
of which they were,
And then
you got the U.S.
you got the people who own the ships, all in J.P. Morgan.
There you go. There you go.
So Chase
Now,
J.P. Morgan officially is responsible for trafficking people, Afro-Americans people, across everywhere and having them build up, even in Liberia, as slaves.
with no question, with facts and paperwork.
And to put these people in such a debt, and that these people not only build America through U.S. Steel and we throw their bodies in there, but to put them in eternal debt that can be handed down to their children's children, and they can stay there as we bring more and more international people here and use their names, because they ain't using them anyway. They all running from the law. We got them running from the law still to this day. We still throw them in a furnace, cremation. Press one. Yes, it's true. Yes. I don't know what world they think this is, but this the real world. Go ahead.
Now, excuse me, WHYY, public television, has a series on I don't know if it's specifically on Black America or whether it was just America from a couple hundred years.
Yeah.
I think it's Ken Burns, because he has a portion of it that covers this. I don't know if it's the same person, Green Cottonwood, Cottondon, but that carries that same type of a story. If it wasn't him, it was another brother that they were specifically charting, you know what I'm saying? And they described how that was what they did. They came up with the vagrancy law. You can't prove you got a job or you live here, then they snatch you up, they throw you in jail.
No, they put you in.
They find you guilty.
They put you in a internment camp.
That too, but no, that come after the jail.
Yo, well, of course
they send you to
sell you.
They send you to they get jail you first. Then see, you can't pay because you ain't got no job with them. You can't pay the fine. You can't pay no fine and no fee and all of that. So then they ship you to the internment camp.
Oh my goodness!
Then you get you get portioned out. Right, they buy you
for about 12 months.
And send you out for free labor.
For about 12 months.
Yeah, pay the share. Right. And then portion you out to whatever mine or
so they'll be
farm or
it's like that movie said, picking up boulders all until they back blowed out, and then they're gonna pick you up and then throw you in the river like you never existed. But that's really the furnace in that movie, The Django.
Right. Or the alligator swamp joint.
Well, we know the Devil's Punch Bowl was another Holocaust as well. So we just picking through time and realizing this is real important here that we should be focused on. Go ahead.
Well, I want to say something specifically to Kwame Brown.
Why you want to talk to Kwame?
This is because he's the first. He got out his mouth. Oh, what you want to deal with history for? Ain't nothing important about no history.
Oh.
Well, it might not be his family history.
Yeah.
But it's my family history.
There you go.
Okay? See, I'm not from the island. Never been there. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Closest thing I ever got to an island was watching them on TV or listening to some reggae. You understand?
I understand.
Okay? They said, well, where your grandmother from? Virginia. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's your father from? South Carolina. My father was born in 1902.
See?
Okay? In South Carolina.
See?
His father was born in South Carolina. We don't go back to, one of the islands or Nigeria or...
Oh, you're South Carolina. His daddy was before that. And they will know. Listen, these people is full of shit. So you absolutely right. Shout out to Kwame Brown for not realizing how important history is. But it's very important that we know what we're talking about so we can have an argument on reparations and not just be out there with our fist up trying to get a Cadillac deal like yours. And
we don't have to go back 5,000 years
to
some way that somebody can imagine whatever they want to say about what happened.
You know what they tell me, Pangea, when I talk about 1800? They like, oh, that's when Pangea will happen. I say, what? This is where
That's another name.
Is that the earth was connected in the 1800.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
That's what I'm dealing with. That's my people. Those my people.
Stay on it, bro. Stay on it, bro. See, because the thing that make them is okay, but everybody else come up with their little fantasy scenarios.
Yes.
But when you come with the facts and that paperwork,
yes,
that's what make them mad.
Yeah. And it gives them
the facts, the paperwork.
They can't speak after that. It's once you got the facts. This boy over here working on debt bondage, Saturn warship, debt bondage. How we were American. I mean, we are the people from here, and how the Red Cross, which is the determined work camp, put us up here, put us to work.
When they had Katrina, they caught the Red Cross thieving then.
See?
Because, when they have these disasters, the people suffering donate to the Red Cross, right? Well, the Red Cross was taking the money, holding it for the next disaster.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what a Ponzi scheme would. That's a real Ponzi scheme. Yeah, we're gonna take this and hold this for the next one. We said it
for the next one.
What you talking about? The next one.
And you thinking you're a good person, come out your heart. Oh, the people suffering, they need help.
Oh my God!
Let me give them $20 so they can Let me give them $20 so they can buy them some blankets or something, right? They put that money in their pocket.
They give them those foil things that they use in the Olympics.
The aluminum foil. They give them some aluminum foil.
Bars and tell them they got nutrients and they warm. Press one.
Well, at least that's better than now they're giving out crack pipes,
Well, that's
You know what I'm saying? The Indians on the reservation. Hey, the Indians on the reservation, they get $100,000 when they turn 18. You know what I'm saying?
And the county building.
Afghanistan, they're going to get them $450,000 with each kid they done took. Don't worry about where they at.
No worry about each kid they took. There was kids hanging off the damn plane who fell off when it took off. And then you got these other ones, Ukraine's coming over here talking about they want $300,000. Why don't we just...
Well, they all related.
But what I'm saying is...
They all related.
Well, I know this. What I'm saying is we have to see that reparations have to be put forward by law legally now. Not, oh, let's march. No. You gonna learn this and what happened in your history, so you will have the facts with you. See, that's the problem. These leaders, they always put up by these people, so they're not even a threat. They're not a threat to the establishment. They can poke their chests out. They can get on Instagram and wave 30s around. But this is a real issue. You see?
Yes, it is.
This is a real issue. So, could you turn your brain on and become a real threat? No, because you're a coward. Let's be honest. Niggas is afraid to think. They're afraid to speak. Come on. Truth hurt.
All you want to do, as long as they can be dancers, they all right, bro.
Dance and type emojis and look at
and get a ticket to the game.
And do what?
Get a ticket to the game.
That's right. They look at themselves in the mirror all day long, looking at their stub, and they like women, but they don't know this side of the game. This is real white supremacy, Tyreek Nasheed. Just y'all talking about that fucking Candy Crush to these folk. This right here is that potent shit right here. This that fire. This that Dylan shit. Press one.
Yes, sir. Come on with it. Come on.
And they can't do it because it's not for them. That's an old thought process, an old dinosaur thought process. And it's dying. It's dead.
Well, we always said, if they want to do some dirt, they can deport these folks. They can go home. They going home. Us, they going to throw us in jail. Because we are home.
Internment camp.
That's it. Because we already home. We can't go to Lagos and run nothing. We can't go to Jamaica and tell.
They're going to be on that ICE bus getting deported.
See? Well, we can't go to Lagos, Nigeria and run nothing over there.
Hell no.
We can't go to Jamaica and run nothing over there.
Wouldn't want to.
But they all come here because we so open-hearted. Everybody we see.
It's just the way it is. See, this thing has to take its course. That's all that this here. It ain't we open-hearted. You didn't do this. It ain't you open-hearted.
Well,
you wasn't when you was born. This motherfucker, you was born a slave.
Yeah, we were already born into the machine. Yes.
Yeah, we are damn near first, second generation after we are actually neo-slaves. We neo-slaves. We don't even know we were slaves. We thinking we go to the bank, we get a loan, we get a house, we feel good, we smile, but that's called debt, and you don't really own that. The bank does. You will never, ever own that. ever. That's the game, nigga. Hell no.
No, we'll never get out of it.
Your percentage, you be thinking you got a low interest rate. That interest rate is right for you to fail. It's just right. That's an algorithm. That motherfucker said, yeah, at 11%, they're going to think they can afford it, but we're going to break their ass in this paperwork. Go ahead.
That's to pay the extra that those folks get that we ain't going to never get.
Most people lose their houses to back.
Remember
Most black people lose their house to back taxes. Tell the truth.
True that. Remember when we watched Whitewash, and the woman said she went to the bank. She didn't have no money, no job, whatever. She needed a loan. They gave it to her. She didn't know why.
That's on that movie Blacked. That's that
Whitewash.
Whitewash. Go ahead.
Whitewash. There's our money there too.
That's your money too.
Extra money laying around for them to.
She said, "I don't got no job, but if we wanted to, we'd draft up some numbers."
There you go.
Only in America.
But now, these folks that they bringing over here now, these are just the cousins and uncles of the ones that's already here.
These the nephews and nieces and nephews.
And nephews and nieces. There you go. There you go.
But these are the great grandchildren of the immigrant workers who came in the early 1900s and were nationalized and you were made a slave. That's what's important.
Right.
Is the fact that they were
Right.
nationalized and your rights was taken away. Now, once white folk understand what that mean, they just found out that they was put in mounds. They put dead bodies. White folks shot. Oh, that's why they want reparation. That's fucked up. They deserve that. You got to have a real plight. A real plight. Not a made up fictional Oprah Winfrey. Oh, we might. Let's throw some Black Fish, Black Panthers. They did this, and so we can do lunches and turkeys. First one and all this goofy stuff. You have to understand your history and what happened. Damn what Kwame say.
See, and how it happened.
And how?
Because we all know something stink, and you know what I'm saying. We all know something ain't right, but this is how it happened.
It happened because you fell away from God. That's why.
There you go.
You went into a matriarch matrix. The womb. That's what
there you go.
When your ass ended up in the womb, like Brother Sanchez.
Just like when Moses went up to the mountain.
So they worshiped the womb of the beast, the belly of the beast, where Isis and all these gods, and all this dwells. But we here to cut through the belly of the beast, though. Thank you for the call, though. Let me get back to my work.
God bless y'all.
God bless
you. Love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much. Yeah. And that's what it is. You got to give it to him. You can't be up here just talking like young Pharaoh. Wow, I'm going to shoot everybody up. What are you talking about? The good fight, you don't have to even have a gun. What do you need a gun for? This is America. Press 1. Because you're not smart. That's what it is. You're not smart. See? You're not reading. You're afraid to read. I'm not afraid to read. How many people up in here? I can't even see. How many people up in here? Let me see. 330 people. 340. Hit the like button. See? I'm not a good reader, but I'm not afraid to read. Press 1 when it come to our struggle or nothing. I'm not afraid. Remember that movie Life? They had one person reading. Here, give it to Kev. He'll read it. What did it say, Kev? What it mean? What it mean? It mean, bruh, this mean right here, y'all. This paper right here, boy, this one right here, little Negro, this mean everything that I've been saying is 100% true, and y'all got to get behind me and support. This is true. That mean everything that came out these lips was facts. That mean everybody who left my page because Kev, you didn't like the way I did my thing. You feel me? Puck him and all that. Y'all didn't stand for truth because y'all left me. But this is truth. I stand for you, though. Press 1. I still stand with you, though. You feel me? Because it's bigger than you not liking me. I'm still going to push forward. Press 1. I'm still going to get to a destination. You feel me? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can post 1 billion Instagram memes. That don't mean it makes sense. This is real. See my face? See this? I can go outside. Hey, JFK me. Look, there he is. Get him. Y'all never see me again. But guess what? I showed y'all. You feel me? I showed you guys that you deserve reparation. American government is the white supremacist government that Adolf Hitler dreamed of. Press 1. To enslave you. To have you enslave yourself. Press 1. You want you in debt bondage? Everything you want costs too much. Press 1. That means you trying to live. You've been living outside of your means. But they give it to you so you don't know you're a slave. So you just a slave in your car? You a slave to your damn press 1? To your house or your rent? No matter. You're a slave to it. And these niggas trying to sell us crypto and NFT, which is this all over again. Press 1. We have gold that need to be accounted for. Where the hell is Hitler's gold at? What the fuck is all this shit going on? That ain't Hitler's gold. That's your gold. The thieves took it. They took the art too. Press 1. They ransacked everything. shot up the Capitol buildings, which was like churches and all type of thing, destroyed the churches, all that. Ran up in there like they did with Trump and them, what they said Trump did at the state capitol. They did that shit back in the day. This is a reset. This is their mind frame. This is ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing. They did this already. I'm just showing you that they did this already. Are you thinking you going through life and want to finger Ukraine or no or this one and that one? They did this already. It's all a game. It's all a game. But you can't fight the urge, which is the world. The Instagrams, this one. You just got to be there. And I ain't talking about just, researching or not. I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. Just there in the metaverse for nothing. Just there. Just being a cyborg for nothing. You got the best culture, natural culture in the world. And you just, if I was Vladimir Putin, if I was a president, you can't be on that damn Instagram all day. It'd be a button I'll push. That motherfucker will go, it'll come on for an hour. Y'all crackhead ass. Press one. That shit'll be boop. But you better not elect me. Boop. Just boop. A whole generation just gonna pick their head up. What are we doing? We looking at each other and shit. Oh man, shit. Want to throw a football or something? This shit is ridiculous. Y'all just fell off into retardation so they can do this again. A re-enslavement of you. These people know that they enslaved you. Not in no damn 1400 where Christopher Columbus in the war, poke off and all this stuff. No, that's subliminal bullshit talk. That's time immemorial to hide what they really did. What they really did was told in those little fables. So if you listen to the fables, you'll get a little. You're going to understand the fables once you understand what happened. You got to know what happened to understand the little Mickey Mouse shit that's going around in the world where everybody can, Black Rock. Oh, Black Rock. Oh, yeah, that's them. But now you know what Black Rock is. That's why they own. Nothing is going to be given back to us while these kings are still in power. Babylon needs to fall before we get the promise. I don't even know who you are talking about before we get anything. That's a long sentence. That's a long sentence. You talking about Babylon falling as if it ain't fail. This is, as I told you, this is a repeat of the same stuff over and over again. You talking as if Babylon ain't fail. What you trying to do is you trying to be the people in the old. You trying to be the people in the Old Testament. You want to be those people. That's you. Oh, then Babylon is gonna fall, and then it said right here. That's your perception. That's like Mickey Mouse. But all that just to expose Mickey Mouse. Cool. Babylon did fall, G. We way past that, G. You keep saying America is Babylon. Bro, I know what you're trying to say. But you being very simple and being very vague. It's like one word, like America is Babylon. Nah, bro. America is not Babylon, bro. These Aryans and where they come from is Babylon, bro. And these people, bro. But we'll get into that. Right now, focus your mind on this time frame. Press 1. You see what I'm saying, young man? Focus your mind on this time frame. It's time for small, minuscule upgrades to your brain. I don't debate, but now ain't the time. I'm thinking about people being thrown into furnace and why your mind ain't there and why the phone ain't ringing from men who say, wait a minute, they was thrown in the furnace? They was thrown in the furnace. They was thrown in the furnace. And see what you find out? You ain't never heard black people being thrown in the furnace. Why you worried about that if Babylon ain't fell yet or not? You don't even know what America is. America is a corporation. It's not a landmass. That's not real. You talking about Babylon, the land. America is a corporation. Press 1. You see? You see? Jack. America ain't no damn land. That's a corporation. United States of America is a corporation. Ooh. Y'all always like, they ain't gonna give us nothing back because you're not we mean give us something. Who are you? Press 1. That's another thing. You don't know nothing. You just think you deserve something. Nigga, we don't know you. You can be something else. You can just have been an emancipated man who just was sitting here to work. You talking about we. This whole conversation could be irrelevant dealing with you. You know, you can just be for the sake of argument. There's a lot of people clinging on to that was going to cling on to Jacob. Press 1. A lot of people don't want to be you. A lot of people going to put themselves up as you see.
To accept.
Coffee and Kush TV, the American Negro Holocaust, debt bondage. You on the air?
What up, Kev? It's Knowledge X calling from San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas in the building. What's up, champ?
What's up? Okay, now I was listening to the show and I'm a little behind, but I had to stop it because you was at the oven, right? Uh-huh. And I was reading this book called Not because I'm on it. You know, I'm trying to do my study before I just call in on stuff, but I don't have my notes. But here's what I know.
Okay, that's cool. So let me listen the best I can while you ain't got no notes. You gonna You sound like you good at freestyling, so I want to hear it. Go ahead. Henry Ford, right? He was a big anti-Semite. Hitler got his ideas from Henry Ford. Now I remember you saying Hitler could be the same person as President Roosevelt, right? Could be because when Henry Ford got I would say indicted for the anti-Semitic stuff, Hitler offered to send some army to Chicago for him. Now, and Henry Ford was handing out pamphlets when he was selling the Ford Model T of anti-Semitism. That's where they got the ideas from. Hitler, like you keep saying, he got it from over here. He got it from Henry Ford, Rockefeller. But that's all from over there.
Exactly. That's what he got it from over here. Like you've been saying.
They got it from themselves.
Exactly, pretty much.
Yeah,
but they trying to say
these are the big dogs. These are the people. Hitler is small compared to the Rockefellers and J.P. Morgans and the big dogs who put this shit into play. So yeah.
Who you think? And you were talking about the coal. Coal was running on trains. Who was running the train? Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying?
J.P. Morgan.
They all
the federal government.
Morgan also.
It was the U.S. Well, it was the Union Railroad, right?
Yes, and the steel, all that was provided from us. When I say us, I'm talking about this land, not us.
I know what you mean.
Here.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that they were providing that. They say they were sending it to Germany, but it was actually here. There was concentration camps in South Carolina as well.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? For us.
Yes.
For us. And when you said they was in Mississippi, how they had that fragrance law, that vagrancy law, that is true. And what do you think they was putting the coal for? That was for that. That was preparing for that. All that, they planned it all. It's called Nazi Nexus. I've been on it. You know what I'm saying? So much
it's called Nazi what? It's called Nazi what?
Nazi Nexus. It's a book. Now, I send it to you.
Nazi Nexus.
Yeah, it's a book. And he breaks it out. And I've been going behind him, because you got to research the research.
So the Nazis were here as well. I mean, I know Hitler owned downs, but I know there were POW camps. But to say we're going to send troops into Chicago only means the German army was here.
Was here.
I mean, he wasn't going to fly no damn planes and out of jurisdiction.
Oh, absolutely not. Never no
See, this was my theory. I said Hitler was here.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were right. You were right. And I've been trying to catch the show, but I've been at work. But I've been listening.
That's
I'm like,
all right.
oh man, he ain't live right now. But you were right. But all of that is a front. All that they're doing is they're putting the story over there, so we lose frame of the timeline and things that happen.
Check this out, OG. I'm watching the World War II footage, and I see them open the planes to bomb, and I'm looking at the lands and shit. I'm like, wait a minute, them look like Middle America and all that shit. But
the terrain is totally different.
Yeah, that's
from here
crazy.
to Germany.
See, our place
and they
is
don't think
lotted
people
out.
realize that.
Yeah, they didn't think we would know,
Right.
but I know our terrain was lotted out for emancipated peoples to live on lands of specific territory. But go ahead, King, you got it.
There you go. And there you go. Because him before had ovens here. You know what I'm saying? They had all of that here. That's why they was being our people was being incinerated down there. They had them here. All that ideas, all they did is just say, we're going to take these ideas and we're going to say they went to Germany. We're going to say he got them from here. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know they were here. Everything was here. So it kind of puts our mind somewhere else. But, we here, but it puts our mind and our focus somewhere else.
Right.
You could be right on the treasure, but if you got the map saying it's across the world, you looking at across the world. Just like people look for the Holy Land.
Right.
You look because they tell you it's over there.
They tell you it's over
there. So you'll never look here.
Right.
So you'll never look here.
Right.
If you're getting told something's over there, why would you look here?
But they put you over
You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Somewhere where I ain't never been, nobody, my family's never been, never set foot on, but somehow I'm from there.
Yeah.
And I got some spiritual connection. Come on, man.
And the immigrant to tell you to go back to a place they from.
Exactly. And then try to demean you because you don't know where you from. He think you think you don't know where you from where he from. Because they stupid. I work with not stupid. I take that back.
I know what you mean.
They're naive
ignorant to how smart you really are. You really just like, well, y'all stupid for me. Now, I'm not saying we don't know ourselves like that. We know we from here, but we just don't know what they did to us this way. Y'all can go home. But, go ahead.
Right. But like I told the Congolese I work with, I told them, I'm like, why do you don't tell people you're not from Africa? Why don't you tell them you're from Congolese? Because you don't say Africa, you say Congolese. Because when he talked to me, he said Congolese. But when you talk to the other Mexicans, white folks, you say Africa. So I'm thinking like, well, how you gonna tell me who I am and you don't know who you are? You can't tell me. You claiming some words that ain't even real, and you know it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. They lost in the sauce too. I'm like, bro,
it ain't real neither. That's a cause. You talk to me, and you dumb for even let me get this far. You know this shit ain't real. Africa, like
and
from Africa,
right? And he picked it up. Oh, I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, you ain't from Africa. You from Congolese. That's where you're from. You know Africa ain't real. So why you? But he just go along to get along. But I ain't knocking. I'm just saying though. You know what I'm saying? But like I told him, hey. I'm on another level, man. I know who I am, and I know, you know what I'm saying. I'm not African, so we brothers, but you know what I'm saying?
we brothers, but
don't hit me with that.
Don't think I'm a fool now.
Yeah, man, it's that motherland stuff. This is my motherland. Like I told them, my ancestors was here. Their blood is still here. Respect to you wherever Congolese, you could be wherever. Respect, but I'm here. This is me.
What you think?
All of them.
What you think about? Let me ask you. What is neo-slavery to you? And what is the Matrix?
The Matrix is, to me, this neo-slavery is a construct of having us thinking slavery was something and it really wasn't. So we like you said about with the elephants having that mental capacity of having the fear of something, that's with us with jail. That's why our people say, I don't care about going to jail. Because it's slavery. We're used to being bonded, and that's genetically passed down from the mother to the child. So it's the social construct that they gave us thinking, they got us thinking something was the way it wasn't. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we were bonded. We got told that we were so manhandled by another person subconsciously we kneel to that person. It's like you put a white Jesus up there. Subconsciously, when I look at a white man now, I'm going to think of Jesus. I'm going to think of him at that same higher level. Subconsciously, I know he's not, but if I see that and I'm praying to that, you know what I mean? Like I tell my children, it's the reason they painted them white. Because if it didn't matter, they wouldn't have them white. They tell you color doesn't matter, but it does. It's subconsciously, it does something to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I tell them that the matrix is a social construct, and you're waking us up every day, and you bringing new people in, and you're waking them up. You know what I'm saying? You offer them the red or the blue pill. Now, which one you want? You want to stay in this? You want to live like, you know what I'm saying, live in a lie? Or you want the truth, but the truth's going to hurt. And it ain't easy, because for the truth to piss you off, but it sets you free at the same time.
Yes.
I'm telling you. You know what I mean? How you looking at people a little strange.
And
like,
have
boy.
people looking at you a little strange. Soon as they see you.
But the only thing, and some know and some don't.
Yeah.
That's what I realized. Because some of these people, they got taught like we got taught. So they thinking,
exactly.
But they still thinking they got that over us because they wasn't us. They wasn't in slavery. They wasn't such and such. But they haven't been taught, nah, brother, we were kings. And we were never slaves. We got slaughtered. We were prisoners of war. And that's the thing about with Tariq. I like Tariq.
And we've been that since World War I.
Yeah, I mean, you know, slaves never get reparations. Prisoners of war do, and that's our thing with the reparations. We taking a bad angle at that. They're not us, but you know, there's a people going after this.
They go at it the best they can.
Exactly, but it's also you have to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it got us that far. Without that, it wouldn't be this. You know.
Yeah,
so
but you know, if you're gonna go for something, you got.
They don't know. Everybody don't have the luxury of Kev Gills. Press one. See, y'all. See what it is y'all make it seem like they don't know, so it's easy. No, it's not, and it's not easy to know. People were raised in these little. You from Africa, or you this, or you a deity, and you all this other stuff, disregarding what you truly are. Some people just don't know. You know, they think what they know is real. You know, you can't put too much on them. You know, I would love to say, to be boastful and say, oh, y'all know nothing, but they teaching me too. I know a lot. I know a whole lot, but the simple things you kind of gaze over, you know. The simple things. Whoa, okay, that validates. The validation. That's one. And I don't like, you know, let people be people. People grow at their own rate, and then they don't know because I ain't told them. Press one. I ain't told them. See? Nobody told them about this stuff. Nobody told them this. Nobody said related the word of God with history in this fashion but me. People say this is us, we Jews. People say, oh, this just like this. I'm relating historical events with the word of God. That's how they waking up. And not only are they waking up to their history, they looking for the word of God. They looking for more history in the Bible. Press one. Now I just hear pages, something, even if they're not reading, you know, through whole things, the fact that they're in it, trying to find themselves, that's pleasing. They'll find where they supposed to be. They'll find at the beginning, but whatever they want. Let's get them there. You feel me? That's what matters. That book been around longer than me. That's facts. And I don't want to be like over religious, but it's just what it is. Like, what the fuck? Y'all niggas is over entertained. Press one. Y'all over entertained. Press one. These people know that you was enslaved. These people know there's a whole fucking article here. New York Times in the national NPR, press 1, before 9/11. See, they have to account for your money, for your gold. They took it from Fort Knox, and Colonel George Washington Gillespie, press 1. You didn't hear me. I said they took it from Fort Knox, and Colonel, what name, Colonel? See, you don't understand. I'm trying to give it to you in pieces. That's why you got to come to the youth. Support the broadcast. Support. That's all I can say. Just support. Just hit the like button. Do something. Chat. Make the interactions go up. Do something. Share. Something. You know, it's only so much. Well, there's only so much a person can do. But knowing me, we probably wake up like this. (424-209-9506). They call Ku Klux Klan the boogeyman. They always got a boogeyman for y'all, and they still using the Ku Klux Klan for y'all. As I began research for this book, I discovered that while historians concurred that the South's practice of leasing convicts was an abhorrent abuse of African Americans, it was also viewed by many as an aside as a larger sweeping event in a racial evolution of the South. The brutality of the punishments received by African Americans was unjust, but not shocking in light and waves of the petty crimes obstinately committed by freed slaves. Petty crime like having no job and their descendants. So here are their descendants. And the guy says, oh, that's kind of like how they did the Jews in Europe. I'm telling you that you are the Jew, and that's happened to you. This whole Holocaust, I ain't even going to say this. The Holocaust, the greatest travesty in the world is the Holocaust of the American Negro. I'll keep telling you. You were flooded out. You ran underground. They gassed you out there. They made internment camps all over the place. They vaccinated everybody. It's like they had an extermination program that Hitler wanted to do right here in America. The damn devil himself. Press 1. This is a cold tyrant here. He come from a land, nigga, you know not. Press 1. They have you thinking, oh man, Hitler was right here. And then he was here in World War I, and then he left right in World War II. Well, that's where the gold. He took off with the gold. Press 1. He gonna leave. That's how World War II started. Where the gold at? Press 1. They ran to fucking Switzerland with it and put it in a bank. And with the stocks and bonds of the government. It was a big robbery. That's what it looks like to me now. Most brutal information that I've heard in a long time is neo-slavery. We study debt bondage, but slavery by another name, the re-enslavement of Black America from Civil War to World War II. Now, from the Great War to the Civil War to World War II, were you reclassified in that time? Was there Homestead Acts in that time, slave? Was there things in place to take your land? Was manifest destiny in play at this time? Yes, it was. Press 1. Oh, I love this conversation. Was manifest destiny a part of this? The splitting up of America, the flooding, the invasion through Louisiana, fighting both sides, East and the West. Press 1. Napoleon, the French, German, oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. Jeez. History has been told to us by white supremacists. And they have enslaved you. Facts. That's why Charlemagne can't talk. That's why he said, you better, nigga, you gonna vote for me because I'm black. I mean, because you better not be black if you, whatever he said. Press one. Whatever the fuck he said. You gonna be black tomorrow if you don't vote for me. Press one. You better not vote for me. You gonna be black. Press whatever the hell he's dumbass. Oh, the racist Joe will say anything these days. Oh shit! You won't vote for me. Your kids ain't gonna be black. Press one. Lord have mercy. What is neo-slavery to you, and what is the Matrix? 424-209-9506. I usually don't come on. It's 9 o'clock at night. I usually don't come on at night. What the fuck is y'all doing? Press one. What is y'all doing? What is y'all doing? Do y'all not like information? What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Fellas, where you at? Where you at? 424-209-9506. Dead bondage. What is the Matrix? What is neo-slavery? And who's neo? I mean, where the hell are the smart people? I know y'all want to talk about everything else. Where the hell are the smart people at? You feel me, lovely? What the hell? And who's Neo? And if Neo, and then there's Cypher, then you niggas who portray a nigga, press one. It's the Judas, press one. All characters are in play, press one. Y'all tripping. Don't tell me I came on this computer at night to tell y'all the greatest news ever, and y'all are like, y'all already didn't call earlier. I'm having faith. I'm losing faith in y'all, man. Y'all tripping. Losing real faith. Y'all, it's like, I don't know what's motivating. What the hell I gotta do to motivate you to speak? What is it? Do I gotta talk about, I gotta go beef with these niggas? I gotta go talk about rap? What is it? What you want me to do? What you want me to do? What is y'all learning? What is y'all scared of? I don't understand. This is a great conversation. You feel me, Chrissy? This is a great conversation. Yeah. So don't be invading my space with all that extra credit, all them fucking links, copy and paste links. What I say, don't post nothing in that motherfucker you ain't calling in. Well, that's why I say it. That shit easy when you on a computer typing. When you on this side, it's a whole nother ballgame. That's why I say, don't be posting all that shit up in my Discord. Page after page after page when you can simply call it in. Feel me? So that's why I said it's gonna be tough running the class with no participation. That's tough. I'm new here. What's the conviction? I ain't worried about it. Awesome conversation. Well, I'll hop on the back chat. See y'all some other time. We'll talk about some. I'll make sure I talk about some entertaining shit in the morning and keep it away from this. Maybe keep it real safe for y'all. I don't want to hear that, Kevin Ferguson. I don't want to hear you typing in my chat room. I don't want to. No, it's not. You all wrong. It's all wrong. That's what happened when you don't call in. You get your shit bloods knocked. No. You want to use? You want to use the motherfucking sentences? No, buddy. That's why that phone line is on. No number on the screen. Ain't no number on the screen. It's supposed to be a number up there. 424-209-9506. Area code 424. They know the number. 424-209-9506. Right up at the top. I didn't even want to get off, but since everybody's so scared to have a conversation, Damn, maybe that's it. Y'all are scared to have a conversation? Y'all sleep? All right then. Guess I'll go play video games and chill out. Y'all stay safe out there. Knowledge and wisdom. Let me see. Where we at in this chat room? Who doing all this talking? Let me see. No, I'm broke the screen. No, I'm good. I'm good. I got my point across, and there's so much to give them. That's why I just be seeing if it's worth it. You know, I want to tell them so much, but niggas is really like, Kev, let me bug you and waste your time. Let me hang around you. Let me be around you, but really like not focused. So no. Coffee and Kush TV, I'm about stay focused. Untold history of post-Civil War, neo-slavery. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people who support the broadcast. Love each and every one of you. The fellas, I'm disappointed in y'all. Don't be calling me. No, I ain't no what up. Press one. Y'all niggas is really slow and retarded. That's why y'all let the women, that's why y'all let your community get rated the way it do. Because y'all niggas ain't shit. Press one. No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going nowhere. No, fuck that. I know you thought I was leaving. Press one. Let me talk to y'all niggas. No, you can't hit this. Hell no. Nope. Let me talk to y'all real quick. You niggas is so scary. Y'all niggas is a waste of motherfucking vocal cords. Press one. No, fuck that. Press one. Ladies, these is the weakest. Y'all let these niggas do and say anything on the computer. Y'all don't believe in God. Y'all ain't doing no studying. You just sit up there, kid, you gonna let me get all the women? I'm at like 50 wives. You gonna sit there and hate and troll and shit? What the fuck is y'all doing? This is the most brilliant information out here dealing with white supremacy and who you are as an individual. Motherfucker would sit up here and talk about Kevin Samuel. Y'all motherfuckers light this bitch up. If I was sitting up here talking about how low down these black women is, y'all be, yeah, man, because my woman do me because you weak. That's why your woman did you like that. And you scared to say it. And no, that's why. You scary. That's why. Now I'm talking big shit. You is the problem, black man. Because you're a coward and you can't stand up for no women. You can just do this. Whereas one, you're not standing up for nothing. You let these women walk over and you cry all day on the internet. You cry. These women, all y'all got is attitude. Every time I tell them something, they don't want it because you don't know nothing. That's why. You ain't fixed your mind on God. Why she got to do something for you? You ain't shit. You ain't going to be shit because you're a foundation. If God don't have you speaking for your nation, then you's a weak man. Facts. Get up, put your boots on, go to work, go do something else, go be a player, whatever you want to do. You weak. If you can't stand up and speak, I don't need you to speak here. I just notice ain't no reason to even say what up. Ain't even no reason. Because niggas turn from history and go right to Kevin Samuels. They turn from this channel from history, and then they think it's a game. They think I'm playing. First of all, they think I'm playing. See why they think I'm playing? I'm steady growing. And then they say, "Yeah, remember me?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I remember, but I really don't." Press one? No, hell no. Niggas ain't gonna be bugging me. Oh, what up, bro? When you coming on? Don't you supposed to be on like and then troubling me? Then you ain't even focused in my class. What the fuck I wanna hang out for? Fuck I wanna hang out with y'all for? Oh no. Can I go? I'm going. Fuck that. Fuck I wanna hang out with you for? Niggas on y'all got YouTube emotion. Ain't no real emotion. You don't really wanna get out of this. You don't really want to. You want somebody to do it for you. Ain't nobody gonna do shit for you. You gotta do it. Ain't nobody gonna do shit for you. You gotta do it. You niggas is sitting back. Oh, yeah. Ha. Man, fuck that. Cabro University. I work too hard. See, when you the builder of it, nigga, it's ha, but back to work. It ain't soaking in. Ain't shit soaking in. Don't speak for nobody over here, Sheila. That shit ain't soaking in. This shit been soaking in for 4 years. Ain't shit soaking in. That's a woman excuse. And you a woman. So step aside. Ain't no nigga, oh, we soaking it in. Nigga, it's sunk in. Press 1. And that shit sunk in. Oh, man. Man, you got to give our brothers, no, hell no. You're not really retarded. I'm just playing with you. You're not really retarded. Shout out to Mary Williams. She said, Kev, you are so right. Lord have mercy. If I created a whole page based off of entertainment, that motherfucker gonna be ringing. Coffee and Kush, ENT late night with the row. Females and shit over there, all that shit bumping. Kev, remember me? Hell no, you ain't even focused in class, bro. You feel me, Lori? You ain't even focused in class. They playing around. When you coming on, bro? They be sending me messages. When you coming on, bro? You didn't come on yesterday, bro. And then when it's time to go live, where they at? Where they at? And as you can see, I'm still gonna get there. Press 1. I'm still gonna get there. I'm still here. I'm saying though, when are you gonna be able to speak? Not here. I'm turning my phone lines off. My phone line's gonna change. Fuck that. I don't like that. My phone line changing. The hell with that. If you can't speak up on neo-slavery, you can't speak up on your own demise. This is all of history. Slavery by another name. Everything I just read. All these words. Man, hell no. Hell no. They're not scared. They're not focused. They're gonna talk about some bullshit. That's why. They know they is. Press 1. That's why they not calling Lori. Tina? Amanda? They not calling because they know they not studying like you. They not doing nothing. They just sitting there just like, oh, give us the info. Fuck that. Press 1. You want to go to my class? No, hell no. And y'all wonder why. You wonder why. You see what happened to Kwame Brown and them? You see what's going on? If I let these niggas drop, that type of shit. Hell no. People really don't understand. If I had that thought process, boy. I don't even like being around people like that. Just there. Hey, every time I come here, you there. What's up with you? What's up with you? Yeah, that's tricky shit. They put it in movies, but we still better not talk about this. 9/11, kick him out. I need 10 minutes of just hardcore, kick him out. Who are you? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. Look what I got up here. White supremacy. Reclassification. If the man got a book say, the re-enslavement of the American Negro. And term everything we've been talking about. Everything. What we say, Amanda? Riparian rights? All this. Internment camps, POW camps, black Nazis, how you became a volunteer for them, how you got in a cave, the coal mines. You heard what Truth Hurt said. Oh, they busted up walls down there and gassed them out. They had them busting out the wall. They get gassed out, remember? Throw their bodies up in there. All this beautiful information. All right. I mean, I'll take it. You feel me, Marlon? Fine, I'll take it. I mean, I ain't tripping, but I do want to share my, this expertise for all the ones who don't be feeling like they don't be getting credit. My bad. I do this shit. For all the ones who don't be getting credit. Now, press 1. It's important. You know? Very important. And even if y'all don't call in, I ain't tripping. I'm still gonna do my work for the people who do support the broadcast. Those are the people who gonna be in class though. On some real, you see like Chill right there with those lips. You see that? That person always up in here. They ain't never dropping no information. You see that? If I was like you, Chill, if I would be a YouTuber who really was like cared about you as a goddamn troll or something, I'd be mad than a motherfucker. If I wasn't Kev Gills and had my shit set up, I'd be mad at you. Look at people like you, Chill. I'd be mad at you. I just tried to call in. No, it's cool. Y'all don't gotta call in. I don't wanna make people feel like I'm forcing them to call in. This should be natural. I'm relating to natural people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really serious. I'm just talking shit, you know, trying to get these niggas mad. And get these niggas mad. I don't really be tripping off this shit. Cause you gonna get the truth. I do it every day by myself. I ain't tripping. But I'm saying this is a very important topic for the fellas. A very important topic. Coffee and Kush, man on the grind is the prize first thing in the morning. I'm not taking no calls from you niggas. I'm going to talk about narcissistic women and men, the faults of men and women, and who's really at. I'm going to take Kevin Samuel's theories, disprove those. I'm going to take your theories and just flip the shit all of Scribble Scrabble. Fuck it. Scribble Scrabble, first thing in the morning. You feel me? I'm gonna just scribble y'all shit first thing in the morning, every morning. Come back for the people who wanna learn right here on late night. But this neo-slavery is very important. You know, I'll be studying. Not that I haven't, but I'll be studying a lot more into the mindset of why they would call it neo-slavery. I think it's that because again, like the Matrix, you dealing with the enslavement of God's people. And the Messiah coming through, or the Neo coming through, that will redeem those he was enslaved with. Never mind, we'll get to it. Y'all ain't ready. So I'd like to thank my moderator, of course, for keeping things going. I'll see y'all over, not making excuses. You put out a powerful message the last few days. No, you all right, Sheila. I'm talking shit. Shout out to Miss Lori. Shout out to, who else is in here? Chrissy Evans. Shout out to you for that report, of course. Forrest Glory for calling it in. Shout out to the few brothers who did call in. Brittany, shout out to you. Mama Ryden. Truth Hurts for calling it in. Artificial for being here. Yeah. Love. Yeah. Y'all should be learning. Y'all should be learning big time. Love. Love should be one of my best students. Love supposed to be one of my best students. She don't ever call in. She's scared too. Don't worry about it. We gonna get on there. Mrs. Merlis, shout out to you. Oh, that's for Lovely. Shout out to you. Mrs. Frank, shout out to you. TRP, Anjanita Moore, shout out to you. She says you you are very much worth it. Shout out to Anjanita for that lovely message right there. Gotta give it to the fellas, cause y'all slipping. Y'all slipping hard. If you see, this is what happened when you miss school. See? You see that Forest Glory? They been missing class. They not really focused. They not studying. They more like, you mean like that? Oh, you was right. But when it comes to focusing in on what's important, zoning in, that's why the women are more, they excel better at school because they more focused. They just more focused. We got ADD or something. And I'm noticing that from this perspective. Even the fellas, I look out at y'all sometime and y'all just be staring in the little walls and shit. That's why y'all be looking in the crowd looking for bugs on the walls. I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. You niggas is just. Sir, what's on your mind? Nothing. Brainwashing techniques. One, whatever. You can call it whatever you want. Everything I do is bad. Y'all, I just want you to know that. You can call it a brainwashing technique. Whatever. Just press 1. I don't give a damn what you think. I don't care. 1 is Neo. Press 1. I'm talking about the worst brainwashing technique ever known to man is white supremacy and black white supremacists. And you talking about some damn press 1 is a damn brainwashing technique. Shut up. Shut your little soft bitch ass up. Shut up. Conspiracy theorist ass brain. Your shit is like sponge. You just soak up everything you fucking see and hear. Press 1. Brainwashing techniques. Press 1. So what? They just mad because I got y'all pressing 1, and then I say press 1, y'all do it, y'all we on the same page, we on the same, and they can't do that. They just don't, they can't relate like that. And why did everybody press 1? Because we want to. Why you say press 1? Because I want to. I could be saying something else that have them. But press 1, it just fell into place. I said I'm gonna say something that they can't take from me. Because they was taking everything. All right, press 1. Shit. Morris World. Press 7. Now everybody want to do something. It's different when I do it. I'm trying to tell you, I got a hater around every corner. D movie stream. And you know that's a weak ass name anyway. D movie stream. You was a hater. He's a hater, D. Why you be hating on me, bro? How could you look at me and just hate? I be watching Kwame Brown, no, I'll be like, look at this fucker. But that ain't hate, that's just like truth. Like, look at this piece of shit. But me, like, for you to hate on me is like some real hate, jealousy shit. Ain't nothing going on. I ain't did nothing to you, D. Unless you Dame Diddy, Dame Daddy, or Dame Dummy. Then I did something. Unless you're Dame Diddy, unless you're him, I don't know. But I'm saying that sounded like a little personal right there. You know, that sounded my brainwashing technique is that word though. You notice how people call in and that word just and y'all be sitting up there mad at Sunday school, like y'all hate when he let people call in with the word of God. You just hate that because it validates Kevin once again. They hate for Kev to be right. It ain't even the word of God. They just hate that Kev right again. Damn. He right again. How the hell did Kev know that we was in a Red Cross in a damn 1800? How the fuck this nigga? They said internment camps. They didn't say the Red Cross. How did this nigga say the Red Cross? How did he put them on the scene of the crime? That's fucked up. Well, I put Red Cross there, and I put the federales there, the federal government, the union. Press 1. They on the scene of the crime. They just mad. They need to stop watching me and focus on what they're gifted at. I'm over here teaching about debt bondage. How we as the American Negroes were enslaved and tricked out of our land. I'm actually explaining to them how the process in which it happened. So you can hate on me if you want, but it's a reason why you here. You know what I'm saying, D? There's something about me. You feel me? The reason why you here. You know. Let me see what we got going on. Michi's a new one. What's up with you, Michi? What's up with you, Wish? I didn't know Wish was in here. Wish, you see this shit? He mad because look, I really bought the damn book. You know what I'm saying? I really went and bought the Harlem Hellfighters and said, "This is some fake shit. I was so excited to read about us going to Germany. This is some Manchurian Candidate shit." Press 1. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up? Are you on the line? You there? Oh shit! What now? Where am I now? Oh my God, buddy! Hold on 1 second. Let me put you on the Bluetooth. Want to make sure we get you on. All right, go ahead. What's on your mind, champ?
Hello?
Yeah, you good? What's on your mind?
I was calling in to talk about the topic.
You got it. You on the air. Go ahead.
I feel like I might be Neo
All right.
or Neo cousin or something, because
Go ahead.
the Matrix, I feel like I've been going through it all my life.
Like what?
I come from a single mom. I've been to jail on probation 13, 14 years. I've been going through it. I'm a truck driver, so I be on the road listening to your show for
Yeah.
good little time or whatever.
Yeah, that's
And ever since, you know what I'm saying, bumping into your information, it's so truthful. Me and one of my good friends, they introduced me to your show. His name's Sean.
Shout out to Sean. He out there somewhere.
Me and him talk every day about your show. Like,
No shit.
you know, we can't wait for it to come on to talk and learn something, because what they taught us in school just wasn't right, man. What they've done to our people ain't right. And I've been digging, trying to find all I can about my family, and I found that my father's side is from Arkansas and my mom's side is from Mississippi. So when you get to talking about the Mississippi flood in 1927
Yes,
and
sir.
learning about the Birth Act, the Dogs Act, and the Dunn's Road, just all the transitions we've been through. I remember being in school and hearing about Hitler and, you know, all the negative stuff they said. You know, I really didn't pay attention. I was letting it go over my head, but
Right.
I remember a couple months back when the girl called in, that was the only thing that I remember about Hitler was what he said about America holding his precious jewels. And I appreciate you. I'll be trying to talk to my family and tell them what I'm learning through your show. Most of them don't want to hear it. Some of them do. I tried to talk to my dad because my dad was in the military, and my grandfather and his brothers was in the military. They even got a little documentary on YouTube for my uncle Adolphus Watson or whatever.
Oh,
And
okay.
you know, our people don't want to hear some of this, so I feel like it's only going to be so many of us that's going to take this and do something with it. The other people they stuck in the world.
That's okay, and that's what if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But that's why I'm so forceful,
You know,
because people, especially as men, we supposed to know these things. We have to know it. It's empowering to know our past. Just even if we're at the beginning stages of recognizing what happened, it's a beautiful thing. Yo, people from the South. So yeah, I mean, of course, you got people down there that went into straight internment camps because there was no other way. It was that or just be fucking murdered by the Union. You didn't want to go work in those mines. You're gonna work over there.
I don't mind working, and I don't mind learning. You done made learning fun again. Like, I remember being in school and understanding some things and like feeling like, you know, it was a lot left out, and it wasn't nobody around to tell you nothing. And when you sit down and listen to the scholars, they got a bunch of lies they telling you, you know.
You can feel it.
And you the first person
you're the first person to break this down, and it makes all sense all the way around. Like it's nothing you can talk about with what you've been putting on your show and say it ain't true.
Yeah, it even overwhelms me, bro. I can't even lie. Sometimes I sit here and smoke a joint and just sit and just think about, like, how did I get this? How did I get this far? I know how I got this far, but you know, you got to take a step back and say, man, this is serious business. This is what great journalism is. And not that even we took the traditional route about journalism. It's like we all learned it together. You get what I'm saying? I mean, we pushed it, but a lot of things was spontaneous. That helped, gave it more thrust. You know, that we learned on the spot, came back and did more shows on that. It's just, and when it's organic, that's how it works out. And if you're not there when it happens, you just don't understand what we even doing on a computer.
Man, I be watching your show, pulling up to my deliveries, and every time I see like black people there that's doing the same thing I'm doing, or might just be working in the warehouse or whatever, I feed them your videos. I try to tell them what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I go to different states every day, so I bump into different people. So I'm like, yes, I'm gonna help people get this message, because it ain't never been one like this before.
Yeah, you right.
It ain't never been no message like this before.
You ain't never heard it? That's
heard what?
If you
not this.
I've never heard this message before, Kev. That's deep.
Never heard it before, and it's true all the way around the whole timeline. Like, it's crazy.
We got more. A person dropped a video in my chat. I was gonna play it tonight, but we just having a discussion. We'll play it tomorrow, and it's about the theft of the castles and Adolf Hitler and the missing gold and the stealing of antiques that Hitler was doing with the gold, the papers that was destroyed, like everything you can see what they did, knowing what happened to us. Now it affects me different. Like, whoa, it was us the whole time. You know, is America going to wake up and see, wait a minute, the children of America, not the people of old, the new ones, say, wait a minute, those ain't the chosen people, those are. Because that's what pretty much scripture is going to say, that even they going to wake up and say, we have inherited lies. That's a few generations of lies. And that's not just you, that's them.
I remember back when we was going over all the artifacts being taken up from Louisiana all the way going out west, and I remember riding through Texas, going to Arizona, New Mexico, all of that, and all the little rock structures on the sides of the highway. I mean, it goes for miles and, I mean, forever. It's like everything out there is like that, and then just imagining it was gold and just looked different, and
whatever
thinking about the Reconstruction period. What? Go ahead,
you got it.
Thinking about the Reconstruction period and how they tore it upside down. I've been digging, trying to, about the floods over in Oregon and Washington State,
of course,
and just everywhere.
Those floods came down to California and split California, and people think that it was an island, but it was actually the floods that caused the splitting of the two. And when it receded, so did the thing. But a lot of land was added to California as well. But the floods came all the way down from the north.
Right.
Would you say Washington, Oregon?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the real Washington anyway.
I know. I've been trying to look more into what you were talking about with the Devil's Playground and just everything. It's so much to learn, because they did so much, and it's been like a parade this whole time. Keeping things going on, keeping our minds going on. Don't want us to follow politics.
Right.
Don't want us to stand up. Don't want us to figure out who we are.
Right.
Like, and then every time we turn around, you know, our community pointing the finger and doing petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we better than that. Especially if we raise the whole world to, you know,
Right.
put everybody on.
Right. That's crazy that you even just laid that out like that, because I seen everything you just said in my mind. Like, that's just crazy. Our community just does the petty shit and it takes the focus off the prize. So if you can have the community doing petty shit to take media's attention away from what's real, which they want to do anyway, then, you know, then you won't have nothing if the people don't yoke together and become a unit. Me personally, I talk my shit, but I am finding more creative ways to reach out to people and gonna bring people on the show and create different streams that you know, different people, so people can get used to. But you know, it's tough. Our people are ignorant of what happened. But this class and hopefully other people will begin to wake up. Netflix has some shows come. It's like a lot of movies coming out with different truths all at one time, and that's crazy.
I just watched the 5 that came back about 2 weeks ago, I think.
What was that? The
on
5 that
Netflix.
came back. What was that? What was we watching about that? What was that about?
The 5 filmmakers that went to Russia to film between Germany and Russia the propaganda,
Gotcha.
the theater of war.
Got you.
The 5 filmmakers from that went over there.
I think Hitler could have played. I mean, he played FDR, and they could have also played. What's the other one? Stalin. Stalin.
I'm not familiar with
You're
that.
not familiar with Stalin. Stalin is the only one that actually looked like a damn movie star. He looks exactly like who did I say? Roosevelt. They look alike. And Roosevelt looked like an older Hitler, but Stalin and Roosevelt look alike, like alike.
Oh, that was the 2 pictures you were comparing a couple shows ago.
No, that was Hitler retarded ass and
Hitler and Roosevelt.
and Roosevelt. But when you see Stalin, you'll be like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And I think this is what the theater of war was about: characters playing scenes and working history, even down to the Indians. You know what I'm saying? Like, just working and finding 1,000 years of history to place themselves.
So we still on that it's 100, maybe about 100 years missing from the timeline.
Nah, I'm thinking, look, bro.
Could it be more?
I think they inserted a whole 1,000 years.
2022.
Oh my goodness. Why you say that?
We take 1,000 years off.
You take what?
We take 1,000 years away.
Oh, 1,000. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. So it's probably not 2022. Well, I don't know what to call it then, because that's odd ass numbers. But you would do a better job at that.
Until we figure it out, we're gonna call it major time and memorial.
Yeah, remember Morpheus said we really don't know what time it is. It makes sense because they manipulated time, not with a time machine, with adding or subtracting 1,000 years. And if it's just, that's just crazy to me. But somebody posted it in my chat room as well. Posted a picture of them. Actually, I'm gonna post it on right here and show you. The M adds 1,000 years of what they were saying. So I'm gonna do my research, but it is an extra M up there to add on up there. It may added 1,000 years, maybe 100 years, but there is time that was manipulated. And since it's manipulated in our minds, it's real until somebody corrects it. And that's when you would get the aha moment. Wait a minute. That's why you're kind of waking up. It's like, wait a minute. We just been living in white supremacy this whole. You damn right. Wake up. You damn right.
Another thing is I had stopped going to church for different reasons or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of the preachers just ain't right. But you know, I had one preacher that I had went to, and I understood the word a lot better going to his church or whatever. But I end up falling back as usual, and but I tell you though, like this class and hearing the word and people call in, I love it because I mean it's definitely got my attention more than ever, and it's definitely doing something for me.
Damn. So what if they added 1,000 years and inserted time immemorial, which is bullshit time? So you got a whole 1,000 years. You put a one like to make up what happened. And why these people? Well, they came from Africa. That was part of the story. They came from Africa and they were being bought and sold, and American colonies didn't like them. That's what they said. They said they didn't like Britain, and they fought. They already told their history, so we could just bust it up. It's already busted up. Lord have mercy, man. I appreciate you, King. Thank you for the call.
No problem.
Man, he absolutely right. Add, subtract, divide, and conquer. Shout out to you, love, be it more. They got us with time immemorial. So when they show you the Indian, press 1, guess where you at? You in the land before time. Press 1. That's the federal government for the $5 Indian. That's these people. Press 1. That's what I'm telling y'all, the truth. That's these people. Remember I was talking about this Kareemio and them over there preaching at the Native American. No. Press 1. Cav is right. Press 1. Remember I was questioning him? Nigga was showing some Negroes in TP. You can't do it. Press 1. You can't do it. So you got to understand, this is time immemorial. This is $5 Indian. This is $5 German, $5 Canadian. They every damn thing. Press 1. That's why the federal government said, no, y'all got to say if you're a Pacific Islander, you got to say there's no more Asian and none of you. Who are you? Japanese? Press 1. All that. Because the artificial intelligence say, wait a minute, the Negroes. Press 1. They created artificial intelligence, and the artificial intelligence said, wait a minute, this something's not right here. Remember that movie Eagle Eye? That motherfucker moving around in that bitch. Wait a minute. You go to jail, you getting deported. That ain't your name. You stole that name. You're worthless. You all going to prison. You're a pedophile. That's one day going crazy. Coffee and Kush TV, you on air.
What's going on, man? I'm gonna jump off the porch, man, and you probably gonna. I know you ain't gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna say this to you, bro. We talking about time. You talking about timelines tonight, right?
I'm talking about a lot of shit. Why not? Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Talk to.
Let me start off with this one, bro. Yeah, let me just get this off my chest, bro, because like minds think alike. Let's start with this. Let's start with this Native American. You got the images up on, right? If they supposed to be Native Americans, why they didn't invent nothing?
That's it all.
Why did we invent everything? Why did we invent washing machines, lawnmowers? Why they ain't inventing nothing but they supposed to be the American? Let's start there. But you American. We don't follow their music or nothing. We invented blues, rock and roll, rap. They ain't got no claim to no fame, but they supposed to be American. Can I keep going? When we think about it, right? When we think about it.
Hey, can't get jiggy with it. Press 1.
Come on. Now here's the matrix to me, bro. So boom, they say we were citizens through the 13th Amendment. Why did Martin Luther King have to have a civil rights movement in the 1960s so we could vote and go to state colleges?
Because
it don't make sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense if he was fighting for Native American civil rights.
Say that again.
I said it would make sense if you knew Martin Luther King was fighting for Native American civil rights. You already had yours. Yes, sir.
See, I was looking at it like, okay, correct me. This is how I was looking at it. We were never citizens of their government because they're from another landmass. So when they integrated us in the 1960s, they never accounted for us, so they took the money out the system in 1971 with the Gold Standard Act. That's the new matrix. We've never been paid money. Let me speak for me. I'm born in the 70s. I've never been paid money because they took the money out the system.
It sound better. When you say us, it sound better than we never got paid, Kev, and my audience.
Right. And all they got to do is look up the 1970s. Go ahead.
About the gold standard and what you actually talk about. Because my audience pretend, but these niggas is really high and they ain't really been paying attention, bro. We got to break this down. Go.
Okay, so this never made, just using street smarts, this would never make sense to me. They tell us that we were citizens through the 13th Amendment, but then they can't explain the 100 years of Jim Crow segregation and all of that. Mm-hmm. How you citizens, but you're going through all that.
Right.
Then King come along in the 1960s, and they say, okay, we're going to create a new society. But our grandparents couldn't go to the hospital and give birth. Why? You weren't a citizen. You couldn't drink out water fountains. You couldn't sit on the bus. You couldn't go to Alabama. You with me?
I with you.
So when they made us citizens,
I like that. Go ahead.
When they made us citizens, dog, they had to take the money out because they never budgeted for us. They had to separate gold and dollar relationship. So that's why we got fiat now. It's no money. Now here's the real kick though. If there's no money, why are we being oppressed? That's the question, bro. If there's no money under the government, why are we being oppressed? There's no money.
Because there is money. There's gold. It's in the Swiss banks.
Correct. But we're working to get paid. Go ahead.
So you're the collateral. That will make you a holder of debt bondage and your children holders of debt bondage and their children until the debt is paid. Like Haiti to reclaim the gold, because the human being with birth certificate was used as collateral, as bond.
Correct.
That's right. Just like
correct. He did it with his own first.
All right. So that's right. And then he flipped it on you to put you in internal bondage forever. And you won't even.
So here's my question.
You won't even know it, Neo. Go ahead.
So it's backed by the faith of its citizens to pay debt and taxes.
Yes.
Why do we have faith in a government that doesn't represent us? That's not like, no. Why can't we wake up?
You got faith in the church. You got faith in the beast. You government. You have no government. You haven't had a government since probably Lincoln.
Like, what stopped? I don't think it's I think it's real. Like you said, it's debt bondage. So if we stop supporting it, it's almost like you're getting extorted, but all you got to do is just leave the system. But as long as you're willing to be extorted, whether it be getting killed on video, benign and neglected, no policies by the as long as you're willing to participate in it, it goes on. See, like it's almost like you have to participate for them to do it to you. So why won't we just stand up? I guess that it sounds simple, but it's like what they did in Alabama when they didn't ride the bus for a year back in the day. Just shut it down. Just stop participating.
Well, it's different because.
Am I tripping?
Well, people are addicted to materialism. They're addicted to the debt. They were brought into a world where they believe being in debt is correct. That's the right way to go. Our forefathers would have never been in debt, and that's what the war was about, not being taxed, because that's what this is about. Taxes equals debt to a foreign nation. period. So it's kind of hard when you raised a few generations just like they wanted, built on Michael Jordans and entertainment. They spend trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars on marketing for our people to be deceived. I mean, our people was the number one recipient of Planned Parenthood. Now our people ain't like this. Something is selling our people this stuff, So I've come to the conclusion that God is real. And through history and the word, the prophetic word, I really believe that God is at work right now. So I don't think it's nothing we can do other than repent and understand, get more in depth with the word and historical event. Find a hobby, find something to do. Our people just ain't got shit to do. Our niggas ain't working. And it just ain't nothing to do. Ain't nothing to do. And they don't believe in God no more. They don't believe that they really good people. They don't look at themselves like that. They did some horrendous things in the hood. They don't think of themselves. They know they got God in them. They know God forgives, but they don't know like God is like from where they from. Like God is a bloodline. God is a synonym of George. George is God. Never mind. That's above people.
No,
I know.
No, I'm with you, bro.
But I'm saying above people's head. I don't want to go too far because people start going into conspiracies and shit. But it's a bloodline, and
I believe it's our generation, bro. I think you Generation X like me. We're that generation born in the 70s when they took the money out the system. I think we were Generation X because if we ever found it out, the government knew this could be the generation that could expose it.
I'm a crack baby. I'm 80s baby.
Okay, I'm 7. Well, we're a couple of years apart, but yeah. but we saw medieval, and a lot of people. What makes our generation special is you can't really come at us a certain type of way because we saw what we saw when we were growing up.
Right.
We saw crack monsters.
Right.
You feel me? We saw violence.
Demons for real.
Right. So coronavirus to us, everybody wearing masks. Okay, this was like the 90s. But if you didn't grow through if you weren't living in the 90s, you don't know what you're looking at.
See? You don't even know how that.
I just said something.
Yeah. Damn. Talk about fucking X-Men. Your ass is immune and shit. The motherfuckers filled you up with so much shit, they don't even know how to get rid of you now. They don't fuck you up.
And so we don't have the fear that our parents had of these people, is what I'm saying. Because we went through the crack era and we saw what we saw. We don't have the fear that our grandparents and our parents had.
Facts. That's facts.
And we got access to information without having to go to a library. We got computer. You white folks wouldn't let us in no library to look this information up you talking about online. You feel me? They're going to kick you out the library. Like, hey, remember, we had library cards.
They coming here every week. Let's see what they checking. Bloop, bloop. Oh, they
Exactly.
George Soros and them. Oh, no. Get out of here. I'm teasing. Go ahead.
So I think it's on our, well, I want to say no, but I strongly believe, bro, it's on our generation because look at where society has gone since we were teenagers in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's crazy out here right now, but look at what's normal that's abnormal. Without me even saying it, look at what's normal now that was abnormal when we were growing up.
Yeah. I mean,
it's upside down.
It was there, but it was abnormal. It was there, but it was abnormal.
Right. It stuck out.
Yeah.
Now it's normal.
Yeah. But again, that's the ideological subversion. That's what you do to ideologically subvert a nation that has no foundation. You're dealing with people who are damn near godless. All you got to do is bring in a different terrorized ass philosophy and have niggas tune into a different beat and the women tune into a different beat. And there you go. You can supply a whole jail system off the music industry and the perception. So, like I said, God is always at work. If I understand it, he for sure understand it, so they can only do so much. And I just think that that we are going through a revelation in time where we have to be woken up to our past before we can do anything, because there's so many lies, not lies, so many levels of history that's been told that wasn't told correctly because they wasn't told correctly, or whatever the thing is. I don't want to say it, because people learn. They said, I learned shit from Bobby Hemmett the other day. I listened, I said, Lord, he was right about some shit. And I'm like, damn. But I think everything has its place. And, you know, we knew what we knew then. But at the rate of information is going to look at us on this page. That shit don't ran, this whole history lesson don't ran me out the beef sector. Don't ran me out the beef sector. And that's my...
Let me bring one more thing you brought up this week, bro. What you brought up something this week. And again, don't think I'm crazy when I say this to you. You were talking about the Europeans, how they would stick their children in the chimneys and how they would send them over here from orphan camps, right?
Yeah.
And this crossed my mind when you showed that, bro. They don't know who they come from in Europe, so they have to live a lie and try to be the American, because they can't go home and find who their grandparents are.
Well, what I want to tell you is, sir, is that
come on with it.
Although their bloodline may trace back home, they ain't got no home back home. Ain't no home back home. They can't go to Russia. What they are, it's gonna hurt them more than it hurt us. Now, that's going to hurt a little bit because I don't know what the percentage is, and they could be exceedingly high. But these white folk come from incubators. And the first white people were sold by the Moors to King George, and that's what got these people working over here big time for the corporate, for the company. And see, and they was being incubated. See, they got to go home after so long. These incubator babies stayed right here and became part of a nationalized, homegrown baby. The first anchor babies is these people grandparents. They didn't even know they had the immigrants come over, and the kids is the ones nationalized. The parents wasn't even nationalized.
Right.
The kids was already incubated. They was national citizens born here and created too. They was already doing. Remember that story about Jacob creating a white man and all? Man, these people, that shit could have happened in the 1890s or something, because they was incubating babies in the 1900s at the World Fairs. They was giving them away.
Not including the ones when they emptied their prisons and sent all them over here. How you going to trace who, you see what I'm saying?
But those are the families that they kind of gave them to when they came over to complete the family package.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying? Here you go. Here you go. Another one. Here you go. They was giving them babies. A lot of them babies, the immigrants was coming, but you didn't see no babies with them. Go back and look at the video. Now that I'm looking, the babies was here. That's why. My man said, oh, shit, go back and look at them pictures. Them white people ain't got no babies with them getting off them boats. Them babies just...
They treated them like the peasants that they are. They are the peasants.
Well, it doesn't even matter who the peasant, because we got flipped into the peasant too. What I'm saying is the white people we know today don't have any great grandparents.
Correct.
Facts. Our bloodline is we like fraternal brothers or some shit now.
They traded places.
Well, the foreigners, the bankers did. You know, it's not like the white people today know they own some damn Dawes Roll. They don't know that they named, all these white people don't know that their names was stolen. They think we really came from Africa. If you tell them your name ain't no little Sarah Parker, that's a black woman name that was an original, they was here working way. Your name come from your people from over there. They ain't gonna know.
Right, you Nikita Koloff or something.
Right. That'll be your right. So this being fair, they have an awakening. They have a whole process of awakening go through as well, according to the word of God. They gotta wake up to the lies that was told by their great granddaddies. They fathers got to remember their granddaddy telling them about A lot of people dying off with them. So we're going through an awakening phase just as they are. The old concept of black and white, because we're noticing now, because information is flowing. It's a game that they played on the Negroes and these white folk too. Because these white folk,
right,
they don't really know who they is. Tell you the truth, all they know is how to hate on you. But they was taught that. You got to remember, we talking a time of Adolf Hitler. These motherfuckers racist than the motherfucker. These they great granddaddy.
Right.
Yeah, these they kids. These they yeah. And they wearing Nikes, and we affected their whole culture. Y'all tearing their whole community. You fucking all the women and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, something gonna happen Friday, bro. I'm just gonna draw this. I ain't gonna hold up to be. Hey, we real. It's some real ones out here. I definitely had to call in and check in with you, but this Friday, bro.
What's going on Friday?
They about to release a video of a cop killing one of us execution style.
But that's what they want.
In Grand Rapids, Michigan, and bruh. It's like we went back to sleep.
They want the Black Lives Matter. They want this back active, so you don't pay attention to history. You don't pay attention. You got to watch the play. The watch the play is This is what's coming. We go, oh man, we go. In real life, they just want you to be distracted and want to push the black button. That's what I say. Thank you for the call, champion.
Yep, one love.
Bye, Bear. Tyreek, the sheet head ass nigga. Press one. I'm trying to tell you. Yes, sir. Y'all got to understand where he can't conceptualize is this is written. So what's troubling him? All this is this and this and this. And Friday, listen, all this is already played out. Excited. It's going down. Yeah, they going to release the tape. Everybody gonna be some activists there. Oh, we can't believe all that. It's great. Cool. Put a spotlight on them hurting us. But make sure that energy goes right into knowing how to react. You get me? So we don't go into destroying ourselves once again because somebody want a Cadillac and $6 million homes. Press one. Lord have mercy. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? We've been all over these stories. But what he don't understand is this is written. He's like, what we gonna do? It's just like our people won't move. They can't. Watch this. You men ain't shit. Y'all ain't calling in and doing nothing. They ain't gonna move. They just sleeping giant. Just. We gotta get these niggas to move. We gotta get them to move. Press one. George Soros want another event. Nigga, we need to raise money. The Ukraine war ain't going as good as we thought. We need African black people. Y'all saw the African nations that came up. We got Bitcoin because they dollar ain't worth shit. They said we got 30, rubies? What's they money called? Rubies. Press one. We got 30 million rubies, which is like $13 in America. They like, yeah, keep it. We only take Bitcoin from African countries. Press one. Y'all got Bitcoin? We trying to fight a war with Bitcoin. Press one. How the fuck is you gonna fight the war with Bitcoin? Asking and begging. Y'all should never fought Russia. You shouldn't have got yourself in that. Russia don't play. Russia gonna kick y'all ass. Y'all notice ever since I said, if y'all kicking Russia ass, what y'all need our help for? Then they start showing video of themselves getting beat up. Press one. Oh, look at us. Press one. They got gas tanks like the Holocaust. Press one. Oh, Kev, why you say that? Press one. Now we gotta fucking do a crisis actor. Then what they do? They put the bitch on a fucking stretcher and walk past the camera. Turns out she's a fucking social media. Come on, bruh. Matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to be reporting live from Ukraine right here. I'm going to come with a whole army helmet. Press 1, like this 1987 couple shaft grenades. Press 1. I'm going to have a whole news report coming from Russia. Press 1. I'm going to talk about how we got tanks coming in from the backside going forward. Press 1. How I'm loaded down with gear. Press 1. And, oh, this right here. Press 1. This is tactical gear. Press 1. They're not fooling me with this madness. If I can do it, they can do it. Press 1. I got military equipment back here. Press 1. Do that shit real life. Shout out to y'all for fucking with me. Keeping it all historically entertaining here tonight when it comes to this, because this age of neo-slavery, great content, great information. See if somebody else want to call in. 424-209-9506. For sure. Call in. I know one of y'all got something good to talk about. Talk to me. Talk to me. What we got? You got to ask for donations to make it official. Whatever. I don't know. But my man, look, my man, he wasn't focused on pretty much the prophecies of God. And as I think that's where our men and our leadership go wrong. We say God, we say this, but y'all got to know this is the part of the process. They gonna run every script that they can. Please, you need us. Look what we did to you. Look, watch. We finna put this out. We finna put out that we executed you. Because we know what you gonna do. Now, all we gotta do is stand here and look sad as we do some horrific shit on this camera. But we know that if we do this, white people gonna let us whoop your ass. Because we're good people. We didn't mean to do this. Our officer really thought he was reaching for something. Turns out, nothing. Literally nothing. Press 1. I know what's coming. We murdered him. And then we shot him again. And then we told him, put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind the back. Why he's laying there? Did you believe that? This officer is at home right now on paid leave. Could you believe this? You know, he has a lot of time to think about what he's going to do because we're not taking this lightly. And then they're going to watch you destroy everything. Then they're going to find them not guilty because it was a 22 in the side corner they didn't tell you about. Have y'all looking dumb with Black Lives Matter. All the white people going to be like, see, he had a gun. I'm so tired of this shit, yo. He had a fucking gun. Fuck it. All lives matter. Cops are needed. And then you're going to have Black Lives Matter versus cops again. Blue Lives Matter. Then fire trucks are going to be mad at the fucking paramedic, even though they come from the same building. Just make America great again. Donald Trump, 2020, whatever, 2024. You called it just like George Floyd. Exactly. I said George Floyd. That was a cold prediction there. I told you they finna press the button. I seen it coming like the promised land. Press button. I said, these niggas finna press the button. I seen it like Kwame's storyline and said, wait a minute. They not finna push the nuclear button, are they? Is the option on the table? Hell yeah, nigga, they talking about trafficking and shit. Fucking adrenochrome and shit. Press the button. Nigga, what's the button? Press it. George. Put the video. Drop the video. D, put on the ground. Mama, top right now. Bam. Oops. Why y'all shoot him? I don't know. My name is this one. I don't know. This is a bunch of madness, G. Meanwhile, you got to go to work. He said, here comes the new Trayvon. You said, here comes the new Trayvon Martin. I literally said, here it come. And a few days later, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, trans lives together, Chinese people matter, we were slaves in the railroad. What? Hate crime. Black people hate us. Sir, China Mac, you don't want to, bro, that ain't true. You ain't gonna say nothing? Yeah, nah, man, y'all do be kind of hating on us, B. If you don't get your bitch ass off somewhere. Are you serious right now, China Mac? Fucking serious with this shit? You just gonna go for that? Oh, man, people had Asian stories for years. Oh, yeah, they used to make fun of me. China Mac didn't have nothing to say about them sisters getting beat up at that nail salon, did they? No. Oh, where's the black hate? We need to be having black hate and reparations running concurrent like jail time. Press what? That's a whole different case. Damn. Coffee and Kush TV. Make sure y'all on my Discord. Keep the information flowing. A lot of information. A lot of entertainment. But hopefully you guys watch the show and find some truth that you'll be able to reciprocate back on the show tomorrow night. And we'll run it back with some more info. Maybe we'll do the show first thing in the morning, because I want to show y'all a few videos, and they're about an hour long. So bring your fucking notepads, of course. But I do want to, us to listen to the language. Remember, Big Toot, what did I tell you? Listen to the language, Big Toot. Once you understand the language, now the language mixed with history, you're going to be unbeatable in a minute. It ain't going to matter if you're going to realize your mama and your daddy, your aunties, your uncle, nobody going to want to talk to you because they know you right. It's different when they don't want to talk. Boy, you tripping. But when they know you right, it's like, damn, that boy really right. That's a whole nother thing, so stay in truth. Everything is good. Patreon.com/KevGillsTV. You want to support the broadcast, go to Cash App. My cash tag is Gills Gang. Shout out to Bocat, Candace Mitchell. Shout out to Love for participating tonight. Wish, what up, my guy? Mama, I see Wish is off work tonight. Mama Ride and Marty, what's up? California Love in the building. KG got herself timed out. Brian King in the building. Let's see who else. Lori is up in here. Shout out to you. Chill, Mama Riding. I'm up out of here. Shout out to y'all, man. Sheelan is in here. So yeah, I'm gonna drop this on Discord so you can read it for yourself, and we can include more of this because I'm gonna read it probably once or twice and include more information in tomorrow's show. Thank y'all for tuning in. Coffee and Kush TV, late night with the bro, and as always, I'll holla.